4, 3, 2.
Pussy nigga love me like you. Pussy bitch love me like you. Hey yo, listen, Kendrick has been stuck on my head all day and it will not go away. It won't. It won't. I'm sorry, y'all. It's too late. I'm big stepper in the building, boy. But hey, listen, we here. We back. It's another edition. The Jordan edition, baby. 23 episodes deep into No Cooldown. I am your host with the most, that man Tripp, man. Feels good. It feels good. It feels good to make it this far, man. Of course, you already here. Went easy. You know what I'm saying? Went easy to God. How you doing, bro? What's going on with you this week?
I'm doing pretty well. I got a lot of things done today. It was a super productive day. Can't lie.
Yeah, nah, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie. Kendrick had, like, I stayed up till like 2:30, listening to the whole thing back and front like twice, and then like I got up at like 8:30, kept listening back, and it's been pushing me through the entire day. Like I did not eat until like 20 minutes ago, and I've literally been like, music has been the only fuel. Mr. Big Step has been my Mr. Morale has been my only fuel this entire like past like 16 hours. So you know what I'm saying, that's the type of time I'm on. But aside from that, there's a lot of news to be had, bro. Like this was actually a really big news week. A lot of out of the corner stuff just pulled up. So you know we got to break it down and talk about it, man. So without further ado, are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
All right, bet that we got to warm up, man. We got a couple of topics coming through on the warm up today, so let's begin here. There's actually a funny Twitter thread I actually saw. This dude named Frank Smith on Twitter. He was talking about an entire thread, and he explained how NBA Jam was rigged. Like the entire game itself was rigged. So the creator of NBA Jam, from the stories, he was a big Pistons fan, and of course during that time frame, like 80s and 90s, stuff like that, you see Pistons, they were, bad boys, like, big, you know what I'm saying, era of the Pistons franchise, and they eventually got upended by the Chicago Bulls. And Michael Jordan came through. They had that rivalry, and eventually, Bulls got one over on them. They was starting to get better than them, and it kind of went south for them a little bit. So the story is the creator actually rigged the outcome of Bulls Piston matches inside of NBA Jam. So if you're in a close game with somebody who picked the Bulls near the Pistons, 0% of buzzer beater attempts from any Bulls players will go in. So you'll make 0 shots if you're in a close game as a Bulls, like as a Bulls team against the Pistons. So I'm shocked. And this, like, people are just finding this now. Like I've never heard anything about this until this thread that I saw. So like apparently this is like a pure cheat code. Like if you put money on this and they pick the Bulls, you must pick the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? In any case. So I mean, what you think about this, bro? This is what? Damn, bro, this is deep.
I love it. I love finding out small Easter eggs or things that people didn't know about old video games, because you can't really do it in this day and age because there's just too many people in like the offices to like. There are very little video game secrets that get past people these days. Like it gets aired out within like a year or two. But this is very interesting because you could get away with something like this and nobody would ever really know. I think this is hilarious, and I think that it's really funny because like it's such a specific thing. Like even though buzzer beaters in NBA Jam, I have played a good amount of NBA Jam, and there are times where like it's been very close games. And buzzer beaters are very important, especially when you know that you can hit it. So like this, it would suck if I'm a Bulls fan, but I also feel like if you're playing NBA Jam and you're picking the Bulls, like you're kind of already trying to win without having to work hard. So it's like it is what it is. And they're not even the best team in the game either. But like I don't think that this is like that bad of a thing, but I think it's hilarious for sure.
Hey yo, this is like the early signs of pettiness, bro.
No,
like,
1000%.
On a standpoint of being a petty motherfucker, bro. Like this is actually like, this is commendable. I'm not gonna lie. You went so far as to actually change the game outcomes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you went so far, you went to the code and put hate in the code of the game. That's a different level right there. That's an amount of respect. That's like player haters ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like underdog story of the year nominee. Like for real. I gotta give you one. Hate. One time. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's crazy. That was a wild one. I was surprised reading that one. But yeah, on to the next story. Oh, this is why did I find the story, bro? Oh my god. So apparently, researchers have found a way for you to feel mouth sensations in virtual reality. So a team of research scientists at Carnegie Mellon have found a way for mouth haptics to be sensed by people having stimulation to things like drinking a beverage or feeling the wind hit your face, and other things that could be perceived around the face and mouth area. So VR is getting a step up, dog. How you feel? How you feel about all that?
I think I think technology is moving in the right direction, and I feel like I'm very happy to see us pushing forward on the boundaries of what technology has to offer. I'm very proud of the human race, and I think we can. I think that this is very important developments that need to be funded, expedited,
Bro.
even.
Yo, bro, nah. Listen, bro, this is crazy. All right, she's like, yo, like I've been told I'm a throat goat. Oh, really? Put on the headset and prove it. Get your Oculus, dog. Well, it's time to see what's going on. That's insane.
Yes. Imagine like uploading your throat data to the cloud. Like that just doesn't. It's just so weird. It's so weird. Like imagine being the throat goat, but then you only have like 2 gigabytes of data. She had 16. I don't know.
You ain't that high on the leaderboard, big dog. You ain't that high on the leaderboard. I don't see you up there.
I'm checking the analytics, and it's just not. It's not matching up.
Crazy, inconsistent. That's what I heard. Bro, that's crazy, bro. Like, and I don't know if it's like, is it like cross-platform? Like, you can only do this on the MetaQuest. You can only do this on the Oculus, the HTC Vive. Like, can you cross mingle stats? Or you got to start all over and get to a new platform. Like, there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no restarts like this, bro. There's no cross-platform. There's no cross-save.
It's nuts. It's honestly crazy. You also got to wonder, like, imagine, like, is it gonna be like on Steam? Like, there's just so many questions. Like, somebody pops up like mouth haptic beta dev kit or whatever. It's like, yo, what are they doing over there,
bro? I'm telling you, all I see is that one Asian dude from that convention, bro. Man was going crazy on this. Man was going crazy in the VR. He's like, yo, DLC? This man said extendo clip. They about to start putting pieces on there like the extra battleizer sets on Power Rangers, bro. They about to walk in like hella kitted up. Just This is actually
That's funny.
I understand the necessary leap for science and wanting to experience more of that world, but just know there's some side effects, y'all. There's some side effects. Whether it's good or bad, you be the judge. All right, listen, that's not me. All right, man. On to the last story of the war up. So, in some attempt to add like some discoverability onto a platform that's pretty much non-existent, Twitch is seemingly testing a new feature called Category Suggestions, which actually recommends games and certain new streamer categories that people aren't streaming to as much, given their whatever data is being available out there on the platform. So it's giving streamers a better chance to be discovered, through certain lanes of, I guess, what's hot right now, what's about to be trending, what's almost trending. Almost left hooked by Mike, but that's fine. It's not a part of the story. But yeah, how do we feel about this, man? Like, they're recommending stuff for y'all to get more into their platform for?
I think it's cool. I think it's a cool little addition, just because as a variety streamer, sometimes you kind of wonder what's the best thing to stream, or like, oh, I want to stream blah blah blah, or like, I'm playing this game, I wonder if this game will be a good idea to play. More analytics is great. Me personally, I've been like all day I've been like looking at my analytics on YouTube. And it's such a good UI and a great source of information, because they give you so much, like all the stuff that they know, I feel like I know now, like, or I have access to. So I feel like even though on Twitch they'll show you things like, oh, today you had an average of blah blah blah, or today, like, more information isn't a bad thing, especially if it's like information about my stuff. Like, if you're giving me feedback on my things, or you're giving me ways to improve, I think that's like, it's a good thing. Is it enough? No, because there's so many things. Because even if I were to stream any of the games that they recommend me, it's not like I'm gonna get pushed by the algorithm, or it's not like I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still gonna be, if somebody with more viewers is there, I'm gonna be at the bottom. Or even some of these games, in the tweet that was sent out, like I never heard of any of these games, so I was just like, what if they're making you go? What if they're saying you should go stream a dead category kind of thing? Like, what if nobody's looking for it? So that's really like, I would like to know why they're recommending these games first before I can really say if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But I don't think that it's necessarily a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. And for me, it comes down to whether it would be tailored for maybe your audience size or what your momentum or what your usual I'd say run of the mill, your general stretch of range of games. Like if you're mainly an FPS person, would it recommend something that's not necessarily the main FPS, but something a bit new? Like, oh yeah, it's gonna say, oh yeah, Splitgate's buzzing right now. You might want to get into Splitgate since you're playing all these based off these recommended categories that you stream all the time. You could play this, or is it just kind of a blanket, one size fits all? You know, everybody's like, hey, listen, nobody's playing this game. Everybody, time for everybody to play it, and then like everybody just flocks to it to try and get better numbers, and it just kind of rotates different games around around the rotisserie and stuff like that. So I don't know how exactly it'll work. If it's the first one, it'll be a lot more viable and useful, I'd say. But if it's the second one, it feels like you're kind of just jumping more of like micro trend to micro trend because people are going to jump on it, a lot quicker, and it's just going to make that a lot more cyclical. And like, what's the real benefit if everybody floods to it in like the space of 3 days and nobody gets major viewership unless like you're like the first or the first 5 people who stream it, and like you're like somehow the leader because people are flocking to it now,
right?
But yeah, this is honestly I think it's a positive thing overall. Again, giving somebody a way to be more discoverable on the platform, which has been historically -5, in terms of a scale. So it's nice to have those options come into the fray now. But again, there's still so much more work to do with Twitch in terms of getting their discoverability and getting their algorithm, geared towards that for especially newer viewers and not the top 1% of Twitch. That would be very nice. But again, still a long way to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, they getting there though. Interesting, bro. We gonna talk on how fast they might need to move later in the show, though. We got a couple of words for that. But anyways, that's the warm up. That's that. We all stretched out. We good to go. You know what I'm saying? All feeling loose and whatnot. Let's get into the main story. Okay, so first of all, as we trek closer to the summer's full force of announcements, the force from the Star Wars universe is making its presence felt as we have got reports that the sequel to 2019's Jedi Fallen Order will be named Star Wars Jedi Survivor. There's also been a lot of rumblings this week as well, stating that Survivor will be based on current gen and PC only, cutting out any last gen PS4, Xbox One inclusion in its drop. So what's going on with it, man? Current gen and PC only, 2023. Like a whole new Star Wars game, Survivor. You liking the name? How you feel, bro?
This isn't surprising to me that they're cutting out last gen. We're kind of getting to that point in the ecosystem of video games where like we're just gonna start phasing things out. I think that's not necessarily a bad thing though, because if you have a PS5 or a PC, that means the game is gonna be crispy. We're gonna be fully moving forward towards the future of gaming, so to speak. Am I excited? Kinda. I still haven't beat the first one, not because it's a bad game or anything like that of the sort. I just don't have the time. But it's definitely a game that I do plan on beating before I play the second one, because it is a really, really good game. Really good. Like to the point where I don't believe that the people who made it good. So I'm excited for Survivor. I can't wait to see what's next in this franchise, because it seems like this is going to be no pressure or anything, but this seems like this is going to be the game that leads the Star Wars franchise forward. We all thought that was what Force Unleashed was going to be, and then it fell flat. So if Survivor comes out as a good game, which I really don't see them fucking it up, but I've seen people fuck up way easier. So I think it'll be a good game, and if it is a good game, then we have a lot of hope for the future of the Star Wars video games.
Facts. I ain't gonna throw nothing out the wheelhouse, man, because we've seen what happened in Force Unleashed, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly. We don't want to. That's a direct line right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing like that happening. But I will say this: in terms of the name, I like the name Survivor. That seems cool. And seems pretty fitting to what's happening now. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the time period of where Cal is at, where the Jedi Order is in terms of the layout of the entire storyline. Usually one of the big sticking points of oh, I hate playing these types of games, because the most likely case is whenever you're playing the protagonist, he's probably gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's between 3 and 4. They're hunting Jedi. The most likely case is he's dead. Blah blah blah. I think we actually have points where we don't know anymore. We're getting to stories where we don't know. Like, there's a good chance where, like, things he can come in and out of hiding. There's a lot of ample room to kind of come with your own interpretation on certain characters that you create within this time frame and in this universe. So I think that can create really suspenseful stuff, which is one of my main big sticking points. Like, I don't want to be one of those the prototypical, okay, it's like a Rogue One, fantastic film, fantastic piece of media for Star Wars, but we all know how it ends. They're gone. You know what I mean? So I like that they're continuing on with Cal Kestis. Had no problem with Cal. Great actor. You know what I'm saying? Great. You know what I'm saying? Great character that they put in there. I'm about to say that I would like to see more inclusions, more cameos. It'd be cool to see, like, in Ashoka, and just kind of see how they cross paths. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, the Rosario Dawson version of Ashoka from, like, the TV show, and, you know what I'm saying, and Mando, just kind of make a pass over there. More Jedi, more Sith would be fantastic for me. You know what I'm saying? Seeing a couple of different places. Yeah, honestly, I have no problems right now. From what they've shown me, I have pure faith in, Survivor. I don't mind it at all. You know what I'm saying? From what they've built so far. And again, for me, it's personal because that's the first ever game, like, I streamed pretty much long. Well, technically it is the first game I ever streamed, and technically it's the first YouTube video I ever put out. So Fallen Order has a special place in my heart, and I have no doubt that Jedi Fallen Order Survivor. I'm already fucking up the name. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Damn it. Yeah. So Star Wars Jedi Survivor will be, like, really, really cool. So yeah, that. And to speak on current gen and leaving out last gen, shrug. I mean, is it that time? It's looking like it's it is what it is, bro. I really think we're starting to hit that corner, y'all. I think the supply chains are reconciled enough, and people are starting to put out more units enough to say you gotta get to this next one, because by 2023, all this stuff's gonna be dropping, and there might not be an excuse to say, okay, there's no games on either of these now. So it might be that time to hit that corner and really truly start, letting these last gen people, giving them the old yellow treatment. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, but it might be time to go back to that back shed. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
It is. It's just the nature of the beast. Like, there's not much you can do about it.
Literally, bro. There's nothing, I guess, disrespectful about it. You know what I mean? It's like, this is time, bro. The future's now, old man. The future's now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's all good. That's all good. Moving forward a little bit, we have some official news on the space horror remake known as Dead Space. We got an official release date, actually. Now, in a blog this week, confirmed alongside a brand new demo video. It will be dropping January 27th, 2023 for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Another current gen PC combo. No last gen involved. So the demo came out. Again, they showed off a whole bunch of new assets, some of the new looks, and how they developed the levels, and just really brought back that feel, the OG Dead Space series. How you feel about this one? January 27th, coming faster than we think.
So I'm actually a fan. So my boy told me, I remember way back in high school, he was like, yo, bro, you gotta play Dead Space 2. I was like, I never played Dead Space 1. He's like, no, you gotta play it. I hate horror games. I'm a hater for horror games. I played Dead Space 2. I beat it. That game is phenomenal. That game is nuts. I do, if this game is, like, legit actually coming out on that day, I will be, damn. How much time do I have? I could do a playthrough of the series before the remake.
You got more than 6 months.
Yeah, I got a good amount of time. The games aren't long. It's just like, how long do you really want to play a horror game? That's really that's really the life you gotta live. It's like, do you want to live on the edge?
How long you got till your heart gives out, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But I really like the Dead Space franchise. There's one of those. There's a lot of video game franchises that I feel like died for no real reason. Because I thought they were good, but they just, like, kind of fizzled out, or they just weren't popular, or they were just out in a time when there were a lot of other games, which is just the fate of certain franchises. And I feel like Dead Space was one of those where, like, 3 just didn't hit as well as 2 did, and it kind of just let it go. I'm excited to see this game because I think that the Dead Space franchise honestly could have rivaled Resident Evil in terms of, like, not in terms of, like, scope, because Resident Evil was one of the granddaddies of it all, but it could have been like
quality.
it could have been like the newer or like the new version of Resident Evil in a sense. Like it could have been like, hey,
Yeah.
are you a fan of Resident Evil? You should definitely try out this game, then like you will like this because it's really good. It's
In
like
that same elk.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same spirit. So I hope that this comes out well. I'm really excited for this actually because I mean I'm happy that I heard something because we haven't heard anything. At least I didn't hear anything until the announcement, like from the announcement up until now.
Yeah. We did not have much. Yeah, we didn't have much word about it. They were kind of just staying pretty quiet, which is fair, until you have something to say. Don't really say nothing, which is fine. That's how I kind of go about it. And yeah, I've never been one to play too much Dead Space. I'm pretty sure I played some of Dead Space 3, and I know I played Dead Space 1. I don't think I played Dead Space 2. I don't think I've ever played Dead Space 2 off the top of my head.
Is really good. I can't remember too much of it, but 2 is pretty insane. Because I don't like horror games, but it was the one that I was like, I might have to like start giving some of these more spins because it's just a really good continuation of the franchise.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And this is also kind of playing into a bigger thing that I'm noticing, especially like we're having these clusters of genres like come out or at least be announced and say, oh, they're coming out in the same window. And for me, it's like kind of a rush to be first. You know, everybody's gonna have their own content layout and have their own thing, but like you see Dead Space, you have the Callisto Protocol, you have the Outlast Trials, you have kind of like kind of different, of course, different gameplay, mechanics and whatnot, but they're all in that same little horror pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So having the jump and dropping at the top of the year and having yourself ready to go there, I think is a huge advantage. Honestly, I don't think now. Well, me personally, I would say, of course, it holds more weight than an Outlast name or an Outlast brand name or Callisto Protocol since that's a new IP. But you're never sure with these types of things, especially with the general content slate for 2023, as we're about to talk about more and more across the show. It's really going to be a packed house. So if you get in at the beginning of the month and show, hey, listen, we're here at the top of the top of the seats. We're going to get shown first. You'll get a lot of more significant game time and probably more success commercially than other games that might go out later in the year and then they get stomped out by some of the bigger heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this release date wise, it could be a really, really good move and a smart move on their part by dropping at the top of the month, at top of the year. You know what I'm saying? And doing that, like again, like a Sifu. Like Sifu had a good little run at the top of the year in February before all the major stuff like started really dropping. Like it had a good couple weeks where it's just like, hey, this is like the only thing major right here. Yeah. It's us. So having something like that could really put it a notch, over commercially than something like Callisto Protocol, which we still haven't heard too much about yet. Which I think it was saying it was like in the 2023 range, and the Outlast Trials, which I think was 2023 range as well. So possibly getting that leg up in that department, which I think is really, really smart on their part. And again, back to the game though, Dead Space, a classic. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that I always have respect for those games because I've always heard they were quality. And again, from playing 1 and portions of 3, I don't know how I survived that.
Yeah,
but that's something for another day. Because again, I'm a jumpy dude too. I don't play horror games all that much now. You gotta, you gotta pay me to play that type of stuff. But we're here, man. So Dead Space, I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for that stuff, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably get a better extended look this summer.
For sure. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real. All right, so switching gears a little bit, some esports, some development, man, and I guess the general brand and popular space. After a push in the news and on social media from the relevant parties themselves, FaZe Swag is now being represented by notable sports agent Rich Paul as a new member of the Clutch Sports Agency, now founded in 2012 between Rich Paul and LeBron. This right here marks the first esports acquisition and personality that Clutch is now representing and signed, making it a really big step for the gamer space, man. Like, damn. Like, again, in my head, it's like, again, you sign LeBron, you sign like all these major like sports players and sports stars. Now you sign FaZe Swag, a notable esports figure, notable, content creator figure in gaming. What does this do, man? Like, how you feeling about us, Win?
Like, I'm just like, so Clutch Sports, educate me on this because I'm kind of confused as to like what it is that they're trying to do. I guess like, is it just it's not an esports organization, correct?
No. They're general sports. They're a general sports agency. So I mean, they have a whole bunch of people. So it's like it's LeBron, of course, founded it with Rich Paul, and Rich Paul was like he's a sports agent from years and
Yeah,
years and
yeah.
years before. They have a bunch of contracts. So I just went to the page just to confirm everybody. So they got from the NBA, they got NBA, NFL, they got some other sports as well, but notably, you know what I'm saying, they got Lonzo Ball, I'm about to say Lonzo Ball, Anthony Davis, Aaron Gordon, Montrezl Harrell, Draymond Green, Zach LaVine, big names and big stars, bro. Like, you know,
So it's just like
across, and of course,
it's like
LeBron's a part of it. It's a sports organization. It's a
okay.
sports agency. It's like signs, represents them, manages them, and stuff like that
Okay.
for
That's
whatever brand partnerships, contracts, things like that, things of that sort. You know what I mean?
That's pretty dope for esports because it kind of shows people like, yo, there is a lane. Like there is a lane to get to, like, because that's huge if you're being represented by people who are representing like big names in regular sports in general. Like that's hype. That's pretty dope. As an esports, like now people, like, I feel like it will not only will it show how much of the impact esports has made in general, but I also think that it will show, like, even just people who are trying to get into esports, like this is gonna drive them to like really work on the craft, and maybe hopefully you'll see like a lot more younger, like a lot more younger people like taking it serious, you know, really trying to get in there.
Yeah. And on the flip side, again, seeing as Clutch Sports Agency is black owned, it's predominantly, you know what I'm saying, black represented. This is dope for, you know, for on this side, seeing black folk getting picked up, like, especially in the, you know, making that way into the gaming space. For one, it's just a huge organization. You got LeBron on the ticket, you got Rich Paul on the ticket, who manages so many different people across sports. Delving into that esports side and showing, hey, listen, we want to invest in that too, shows gaming's potential, and shows again that care and attention to, like, hey, yo, listen, we want to put, you know what I'm saying, like black creators, like, yo, they're on. If you in the space, you doing your numbers, like, yo, it's a possibility to get signed to Clutch Sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it wasn't before. And I feel like that move is going to enable so many different other sports agencies to start looking that way. So it's not more than just like, you know, startups and just kind of picking up, like, you know, picking up an optic, picking up a phase or whatever and turning to something else. Whole organizations by themselves are going to start turning and be like, yo, we might want to get more, you know, skin in this space, bro. I'm pretty sure there's another agency, bro. I think it might be ACA or something like that. No. It was some agency, bro. It was some agency that's like, she represents Beyonce or something like that. I completely forget. But then they represent a couple of gamers as well. And so we're seeing it, the wheels turn more and more that, yo, gaming is inevitable at this point. Gaming will be an inevitable medium. You know what I'm saying? It already is. Yeah. And it's going to be that front runner, that forerunner for a lot of different things, whether it's the esports category, content creation category, a niche streamer, a general streamer, variety. Like, you know, whether you're on TV doing appearances or you're just purely streaming on Twitch, and then you just, you know, have some tournament dates or whatever that you got to prepare for. It's becoming a really, really, you know, unstoppable force. It's hitting critical mass. I feel like I would argue it hit critical mass probably last year during the pandemic. And now we're just kind of seeing the effects of it, you know, really, really play out with you got entire sports agencies reaching out and, you know, picking up players to represent them and stuff like that. And that enables bigger opportunities going forward. So the snowball's only getting bigger. So, but, you know, congrats to FaZe Swag. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge move. And I can't wait to see what comes next from that, you know, both at, you know, at the Clutch Sports level and just in generally, you know what I'm saying? Because who knows? I'm trying to get signed, boy. Listen, let's cut to the chase, man. I'm about to put my work in. I'm trying to get signed to somebody, man. For real. Like, let me know, man. I'm out here.
I would love that.
Listen, sign no cooldown for real. Sign us up, man. Just keep that check ready, man. Keep it warm. All right, man. Moving forward just a little bit. We got a new look and a new little overview trailer for Mario Strikers Battle League this week, man. People have been talking a lot of shit this week, man. They'll get everybody at this game. I wonder who that was. That's crazy. A lot of shit talking. But we got a closer eye on all the mechanics coming to the Mushroom Pitch. So got a lot of new features, of course. To break it down a little bit, they have a new feature I didn't see from the first trailer. Team tackles that like enable, like, that can push your teammate further or push yourself further, either towards the goal to make an easier shot ahead of opposition, or you can push somebody forward to tackle them. Like, you basically like drop kick your homie in the back, and then he flies forward and gets a tackle off at a farther distance. Hyper strikes, of course, after getting a strike orb, kind of like those like major finishers and stuff like that. Up to 8 players on one console that you can be able to play as, which is really cool. If you have multiplayer games going on at the house or something like that. A strikers club, which is the most notable thing that we saw from the first trailer. We got a little bit more details on. You have a rank and promotion system. So basically, you can get relegated from certain things. You can get promoted up to higher divisions, up to 20 players in one club. So that means you can have a whole lot more than just a starting lineup or whatever. It could be certain people at a time. And as you gain points, you can play solo to gain points as a club, or you can play with your own teammates, and you can play against other people as you rank up and do your thing. At the end of a certain time frame, you're gonna get ranked based off of how many points you accumulated, and that means you either you go down, you stay in the same place, or you get up to higher divisions. And I'm assuming that comes with a lot of different rewards. On top of that, you are able to customize your own stadium. So from all the different looks, whether it's a haunted mansion or anything like that, you can basically customize it to your own fit. And then when you're playing online with other clubs, it kind of merges those two stadiums in half. So you have half of your stadium and half of their stadium, and you play on the pitch to make it happen. So coming June 10th, any new thoughts since we get this overview trailer?
June 10th cannot come soon enough. I need my hands on it like right now. I wanna main this game. That's how bad I want to play it. This game is nuts. I like the 20 people to a club. I think maybe the number could get increased. I think 30 would be like the best, because there's some people who have like if we did it with all of growth, that would be like 9 heads already. So we already fill it up. But now of course there are people who have bigger communities that would love to be like, hey, what if we all got together like and all started up our own club so we could all play together type of thing. Like I think that would be cool. So I think maybe the club numbers could get increased a little bit, but honestly I think the game is going to be sick. I hope they give this the support that it needs, because I think that this game could be huge. It just needs to have support on the side of like not only just balancing but just the game itself. Like Nintendo just isn't known for supporting a lot of like competitive spaces,
events.
At least to my knowledge of the franchises that I follow, which is mostly Smash, and like Mario Kart isn't really like competitive in the sense of like esports Mario Kart, but it can get sweaty. So I just hope that it gives it doesn't treat it as like a little fun little like family game, but like I kind of want them to be a little bit more serious with the IP. That's my only really hope for it.
I agree. So the way I kind of envision it is just like having that level of like event support, through, of course, you're gonna have the continuing seasons. I want them to continually update rewards on what we get. So maybe we get some, new power-ups or new gear, depending on how we finish in the season. If we get relegated, what I'm saying, like it's like less money loss or whatever from our club finances or Like I want them to go really deep with the level of, just reward we get and the risk we get from playing these seasons, going up, down the third. Online play, please, stable as possible. Servers, I don't know what you got to do. Put some witchcraft on it. Do what you have to do, bro. Just please make it somewhat stable.
Yeah.
And yeah, aside from that, it's shaping up to be really, really cool. Again, I like the customization options and the different gear that allow you to boost, certain stats past it. I know for me, I was already thinking of like what I'd want to do in terms of my role. I want to be a destroyer. Like I don't need to shoot. I don't even need to shoot at all, bro. I don't even need to score the goals, bro. I'll be Bowser, and I'll literally just pull up with max strength, and I'll pull up with put max strength, tackling, and pass. And I'll just be chilling right here. I'll be sweeping in front of the goal, bro. I'll be right in front of the back line, like just chilling, like that. I'm already envisioning certain roles, and again, everybody's gonna be able to have that choice and in specialty, and seeing what they can get boosted beyond a certain level, and like really contribute to the team, and have a lot of varied choice in who plays where and what happens, and that creates a lot of different tactics, which could get really, really deep, and that's why I think that coincides with your point of them supporting a game like this with actual events or actual tourney style, something like things that get people to play this on a bigger stage. You're seeing it all the time now. If you have any open game like like multiverses, any type of sports game, you're gonna see somebody have a tournament that's associated with it, whether it's official or unofficial. You're gonna see it like played at the highest level, or played where it's deeper than just the casual people just getting together to play soccer and whatnot. You know what I'm saying, on the mushroom pitch and all that stuff like that. So I think it is really, really, it would be really super beneficial for them to actually provide some event support alongside the actual launch. But aside from that, yeah, raising the count there from my eye, from my first viewings of this, like I have no complaints. I need this
Yeah.
now, bro. I'm ready to drop FIFA. I'm telling you. I said that we said this the last time. I'm ready to drop. Well, we'll get to that story later, but I'm ready to drop ambiguous next title of a soccer game that I play right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Mario's coming. Mario Strikers is coming back, and honestly, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun as hell, bro. This is what I'm going to steal my brother's Switch, my brother's Switch for. Like, his is gonna be gone for a couple of days, and it's fine.
I fully agree. I can't wait. I'm counting down the days.
On everything, bro. June 10th. It's not that far away. Not that far. All right. Skip forward a little bit. So 505 Games are getting ahead of the summer conference's curve and announced their showcase to show updates on announced titles and a couple of surprises they got in the tuck for viewers on May 17th. Now, it's a little bit of a smaller event, you know what I'm saying? I think they announced it for what, 6 p.m. PST, so 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm like, what the hell y'all doing this late, bro? Like,
Yeah.
I got shows coming on, but you know, got a couple of bangers in the tuck. Of course, they're a small studio, but what do you feel about this, man? What would you want to see?
Personally, they have a variety of different things. Personally, I mean, like the biggest game that I think they have, or at least that they might have published, was Death Stranding. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, they published that, which I would love to see.
Yeah.
But I don't think that that's the event that they'll showcase that game. Just because of the name, like the Kojima brand is just too big. Like I personally don't feel like it would be something like that. New Control would be sick. I love Control. I never beat it, but I played it and I was like, this is so much fun. I just never beat it. Stardew Valley actually is owned by them, which I was like, oh wow, I didn't even know that. That would be, I actually really enjoy Stardew Valley, but honestly, I'm leaning more towards Control. And yeah, like I really want to see more Control. Like, I think, Payday, actually, if they announced Payday 3, that would be crazy.
I literally just looked it up. I was like, yep, Payday 3.
Like, if they announced Payday 3, I would fucking lose my mind, because that game is super good. But...
No, they did announce Payday 3.
No, they announced it, but they didn't show anything.
Oh yeah, they didn't drop anything about it. Yeah. I think they will, honestly, because they dropped the date 2023. That's another 2023. Hopefully. So I feel like they might drop something about it. Yeah. Something might come from it. I think. Now would be a good time as ever to really drop some gameplay on it, in my opinion. But yeah, looking at this, bro, I'm like, you know, Hellblade, I've already seen gameplay of that. It's gonna be on the way. I'm not worried about it. Dead by Daylight, if they announce, I mean, they've been announcing packs for that for so long. I don't really care. They announced like a whole entire game for another game that's coming, like a whole like super update. I don't know if that would be another Overwatch situation where it's like, do you need a whole another game for that, or you just want to update certain things?
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. Bro, Hawken, I've never played. Hawken, I've seen all the time. I'm pretty sure it was a free game on PlayStation, but I just never played it.
It's free everywhere. I played a little bit of it. Kind of just wasn't really impressed by it.
Yeah, I was about to say Sniper Elite Games. I'm pretty sure they had another one announced, but I could be wrong.
I think 5 is on the Game Pass right now. I could be wrong. Let me just double check, because I think that it just got announced. I might tap into that, because those games are kind of cool.
Word. Might have to check in on that. Aside from that, what, like, I'm trying to look around there. Think Human Fall Flat 2, huh? You want some Human Fall Flat 2? Huh? That's doing it for you.
I just like, I hope they keep, like, not trying to be disrespectful, but like, I hope it's the things that they announce are worth the wait, I guess you could say. Like, I hope I'm not sitting there for a lot of Dead by Daylight packs, because I feel like Dead by Daylight releases shit on their own whenever they want. Like, a lot of the games on here, honestly, I feel like release whenever they want. So I'm really interested to see why they wanted to do a conference. Maybe they're just testing out the waters, because they do have the power, like they do have the franchises for it, but I just feel like a lot of them work so independently that, like, are they going to reduce putting stuff out on the regular to put things out on their own platform, or is this going to be like a showcase of their newer indies and things like that? Because I'm not against that. I like indies and I think it would be cool, but I don't. This will show whether this is one of those things where we watch on release, or you just catch it after, you catch the VOD later.
Yeah. And also, I gotta correct it. They're doing this at 9 a.m., which is even worse, honestly.
On a Tuesday?
9 a.m. Eastern. On the 17th, which is it a Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday.
On a Tuesday? Yeah. Oh man, I mean,
the club going up, I guess. I don't, like, on 9 a.m.
Work from home vibes, like, lit for y'all, I guess.
True. I mean, that's cool. Wait, hold on. We got to call it Zumba. You don't want to see another Zumba game be get announced from 505? Come on,
Yeah, like
Zumba Fitness.
I just don't
Get the
know.
maracas going. You know what I'm saying? Get that little that going. I'm with it. Listen. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens on Tuesday, man. They got a couple bangers that could potentially be in the tuck, but I'm not holding my breath. Let's see what they got in store though.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a big one that happened this week. So we got another huge shot to the 2022 games lineup kneecaps as Bethesda title Starfield and Redfall are now delayed to 2023. And this marks a big blow to the Xbox first party slate, as well as game releases for this year, but also top loads damn near even more titles to 2023 with, you know, so much stuff releasing. Now these two are included in that lineup. So I mean, what's going on with everything, man? So much to consider. Xbox getting hit, 2023 getting hit. They might be moving out the way, like Debo coming and stuff like that. Debo being Elden Ring, you know what I'm saying? Just claiming awards. What's happening? What's happening with them?
Like, oh no, we gotta like not spend money this year. Like, I didn't think Starfield was coming out this year.
Delay a Bethesda game.
Like, oh no, the game's not ready. Shocking. I'm actually surprised they delayed it. Like, I'm more surprised they delayed an unready game than just releasing it and just patching it. Hopefully
they did the right thing.
But yeah, hopefully this is like them being like, we learned from our mistakes. But I'm not surprised they delayed both of those games, because both of those games are games that released with cinematic trailers and then released with like people talking about it, which is like cool. But if you're not, it's a video game. Like, talking about it isn't going to reassure me that the game is ready. It just reassures me that you guys haven't forgot about it. Them delaying it, I think, is great. If they delay it till 2024, I think that would be great. Like, I think the more delays with Bethesda games, the less scared I am, actually, because it shows that they're not going to just put anything out. Because there are certain games that should have gotten delayed or really should have gotten reworked or something. So hopefully they comes out and a better product in and of itself, because the last thing I would like to see is a delay into a bad game, because then it's really a bad look.
Facts. What did old boy say? A delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is always bad, or something like that.
Yeah, and
that's the same.
The thing is that, like, this is why I'm a big proponent in not overhyping your games, because if you guys didn't release that cinematic a year or 2 years ago, or whatever, or they released Redfall was last year. If I'm not mistaken.
Cinematic. Yep.
That was last year, and Starfield we've known about since freaking before Xbox owned Bethesda, which was like 2 years ago. So honestly, I think a lot of the time people just need to shut up and get to work first. Like, I think you need to have something playable before you even start talking about releasing it. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me personally. But yeah, big company's gonna big company, you know.
That's crazy. When told y'all shut up and develop? That's crazy.
I stand behind that. Like, shut up and let them develop.
Yeah. No. To the people speculating, you know, let them do their thing.
To the marketing department, shut up and let them develop. Like, let them make the game.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
I'll try to get Win call, but you know what he means. All right. Don't put your foot in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, don't put your foot in your mouth on that stuff. But yeah, I think this is a good move and also a bad move, but for certain parties. One, Bethesda, you guys don't look like the prototypical asses that you usually do, that usually look like, because you rush a game and it becomes, you know, Fallout 76, where it's unfinished, unprepared, and underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? You dodged that bullet there, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? So that is very, very good. That's very good. I appreciate that you guys are delaying that, because Redfall, I only got a cinematic. It's not enough for me to get excited about it. So you taking your time on that is even better, because you're actually, you know, again, creating a really good experience. When that rollout comes, you're gonna have everything packed up and ready, for one. Two, for Starfield, you guys have already touted so much stuff that this is gonna be the biggest like the banners are already up. You've already had so much, you know, critical anticipation and whatnot. If you drop a bad game, you guys are gonna get lit up. They're going to unload a clip on you, extendo, on all over the place. So you taking your time is much, much better than you actually trying to rush out something by the end of the year just because, oh, you got to have it out by 11/11/22 as it was reported. I'm like, who gives a damn about them numbers, bro? Just release the game when it's ready. Release the game when it's ready, please.
Yeah.
So that's that. I think it's good for them to actually take a step back and realize, hey, we can take more time to develop this. Again, we always say it on this podcast. Take however much time you need to make sure this game is as best as possible before you drop it.
Yeah.
Because you only get one first impression. So that's that. But on the flip side, Xbox is in a bad way, son. I'm not gonna lie. This don't look good for him. This does not look good for him for this year, bro. When you think about it, Starfield and Redfall were literally that's gone now. What's it called? How many exclusives did they have even set up for this year? You know what I'm saying? Halo Infinite dropped, but I mean it dropped early, so I don't know if it counts as this year. But they had so many exclusives kind of like lined up or at least announced for this time period, and like barely half of them are even here now. Like most of them are gone. Like it's not good, bro. And how do you even supplement that type of stuff? How do you even make that? Like again, what's coming out? Scorn we haven't heard from. Outer Worlds 2 is not coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much stuff that's not even considerable to come through in this time period. You know what I'm saying? Like it's done. It's kind of dead. Like Space Marines 2 Warhammer that's coming and end of this year. I'm about to say probably, but hopefully. Again, things are getting delayed more and more. Dark Tide's coming out this year. I'm about to say that's an exclusive. I'm about to say I know you're looking out for that, but it's like comparatively to everything else, like that and Stalker 2, you have like 4 games. You have like 4 compared to Sony that's gonna drop like 3 huge ones, and they have all these little periodical ones. This is a bad look because y'all don't got no games, bro. Like they're gonna go right back to the same argument that it was at the start of Xbox One. Like Xbox ain't got no games. What the hell? They only dropped like two exclusives, bro. Two of them. And who's to say more games might get delayed? So it's already hot water. And I've seen people with a speculation like, oh yeah, Microsoft need to like make some big moves and like put some stuff on the Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Day one and do a drop like that. I don't think that they're gonna have the capacity to do that right now. Yeah. I think they're gonna have to call a spade. Like, listen, hey, we gotta let them do what they do and see however it takes and be patient. And they're gonna have to swallow the L on this and just say 2022 is a dud for them. They don't really have any games there.
Yeah, I fully agree. But at the same time, like I just don't see them really hurting off of this because at the end of the day, like it does suck, but they're still Xbox. They still just bought a lot of things. Like it could just be like they might not even know how to like really push all these companies to push out their products in a sense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they might still be scrambling to manage all of these things because now you have so many other companies under your belt that it's like who's controlling quality, who's controlling what. Like I think a plan of action needs to be set up for them really.
100%. And I feel like it's kind of a silver lining to where this is still a dud year and like you guys are gonna get flamed for it. Brace yourself, Phil. But for the next year, when you can have so much stuff top loaded in 2023 and on to 2024, you can actually strategically place where you put each game. And if there's a little bit of troubles, you put them on the back end. If somebody's ready to drop now, put them on the front end and really plot out a strong comeback year because 2023 is going to be huge. Everybody's getting delayed stuff. Yeah. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, if you can have a knockout, like out of the park year for 2023, people will forgive 2022. Honestly, like they won't forget it, but they'll forgive it because you said, hey, listen, it was worth the wait because Starfield came out in its tip-top condition. Redfall came out in its tip-top condition. All these games are now on track. This got announced. This came out. You know what I'm saying? Stalker 2 came out in tip-top shape from the development process that it's been through. So if you can set up a strong, consistent year in 2023, a big bounce back, I think 2022 will be forgiven. But for now, you got to kind of just put your boots through the mud because it's going to be a real tough year for Xbox, man. Like I don't know what y'all gonna do, man. Remaster, recore, and then give it back to us, bro. I don't think it's gonna help out, bro. But
I think they've already done that.
They had no. There's no way.
I think it got remastered. No, hold on a second.
How the hell did recore get remastered already, bro?
I don't think
you got like a next gen upgrade.
I think it might have got like a next gen
record definitive edition. Piss off, man. Oh yeah, no. Listen,
that's what it was.
Y'all need to just take the L, bro. Y'all need to just take the L, go through this year, bro. Like, hey, listen, y'all need to hit the gym, bro. She's gone. She's gone, bro. 2022's out. Focus on yourself, King. Focus on yourself. All right, man. Moving forward, from games that were delayed to some games that were unannounced. During an earnings report for 2023 this week, EA divulged some juicy teasers for some of the upcoming business that their respective studios have to attend to and put out. Now, according to EA, they have 4 unannounced titles in the chamber and in development for the upcoming fiscal quarters, including 1 remake, 1 major IP release, 1 sports title, 1 partner title, and that's it. So all these tease titles are set for 2023. There's a lot of stuff to go around. How do we feel?
Like I guess EA never really excites me anymore. What I think, let's see, the remake, I don't even know what they would remake, to be honest with you. The only game that I can think of that EA has that needs to be redone, maybe Crysis would be the remake.
Crysis is already coming though. Crysis 4 is already coming though.
Oh, then never mind. It's not gonna get remade. That's the thing, is like I can't really remember many EA titles that I'm just sitting there like, like you have here, Mirror's Edge is really the only other title that I was like, this is a good title that like just died, I guess. Major IPs, Battlefront maybe. I don't even want to see a Battlefront 3 though.
I don't think they're gonna make a Battlefront 3 though. I think some of the devs have posted about it. They were like, I don't think they're gonna go back to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna dive back in that way, which is fine, bro. Which is fine. I have no quarrels with that. Battlefront can stay away, bro. Stay away.
Actually,
let that go.
From the chat, that would be nuts. Fight Night would be nuts.
Oh,
Fight Night would be nuts.
Don't even don't give me hope.
Don't bring that up.
Give me hope.
Don't you dare.
Don't give me hope. Don't let them jinx it.
Fight Night would be nuts.
Don't jinx this.
But
listen,
I don't
whoever
think
said that in the
happen.
chat, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, bro. Listen, if they do that, I will actually combust. All right, listen.
I don't
Fight
know.
Night is different, bro. Fight Night is different. I came at the latter end of when Fight Night was good, bro. I remember playing a bit of Fight Night Round 4, and I remember playing a bit of Fight Night Champion. I fuck with it, bro. It's dope. It's dope.
It's an amazing franchise.
It's fire. It's
Fight
fire.
Night, oh my god, what was it?
Fantastic.
What was the last one that came out? It was like Fight Night Champions or something like that. It was on the PS3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Champion.
Or something
Champion
like
was the
that,
last one.
That shit was gas. I would love to see that, but I don't think that they're gonna do it. Like because the way boxing is set up, you have to pay so many different people to get boxers. Facts. Even if they just made
and the organizations themselves
because everybody's represented by different people, and it's not even like boxing isn't just one unified thing. That's why you can get so many UFC games, but you can't get so many boxing games because you got to pay everybody. Facts. And everybody's gonna like you think Mayweather's gonna do anything for less than a fucking bajillion dollars? Like no, he's a businessman. So it's like if they did a boxing game just in general with the mechanics of the old Fight Night games, I'd buy it. But that's just because I'm a fan of boxing. Didn't they make oh my god, what's this game? The game with didn't they make Def Jam? Did they make Def Jam?
Yes, they did. They did.
Will we get a new Def Jam? No. But it would be sick.
That's a whole nother can of worms, bro. I actually saw, shout out to G4. They did a video just talking about they were talking with David Banner and stuff. They were talking about like just the history of Def Jam, like Vendetta and the entire series and how it like, impacted the culture and stuff. And they were just like, yo, teasers. Can we get a new one? Maybe there's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. They didn't really have the answer. So
they don't, because
I don't ever want to hold for that, bro. And it's also so hard, bro. There's so many different labels you have to even talk to unless you want to keep it just primarily Def Jam. I don't know how many Def Jam rappers are still there, bro. I don't know. We're gonna get Bobby Biracial as a main character. That's it, bro. He's still tied to a Def Jam contract, bro. Like this is it. Logic. That's all.
Yeah,
I would want more rappers than that. But that's so much money between TDE, between Dreamville, between Griselda, between so many different potential brands and whatnot you have to formulate. You know what I'm saying? Rock Nation and all that. Like that's buku money. That's buku money. I don't think they got the funds for that, bro.
You know what the reboot might be? Didn't they announce a Mass Effect reboot? Is that the one that's gonna be?
They announced the Mass Effect 4. But they teased the Mass Effect 4. They teased it with Liara. I don't know why it's in the back of my head, but yeah, they did tease the Mass Effect 4 continuation.
You see, hearing shit like that makes me not excited for anything that they have to announce. Yeah.
I don't know what else they have to go. Really,
they don't have shit. They don't have shit. They need to make new shit. That's what they need to do. Like that's what it comes down to. They don't have shit. Maybe you know what they might remaster? Maybe Dragon Age, but I don't even know because I don't.
I mean,
I'll
Dragon
reach out to my.
Age coming out with another one too.
Maybe,
I thought they were
man.
in development with another one too. I don't. They said something unannounced, but I'm pretty sure they said Dragon Age was gonna be on the way in some capacity.
We'll see, man.
I can't exactly remember, but yeah, I know for me, it's like, I know one of them. Hopefully, the sports title. If it's a fight night, I'll be great. If it's, they might talk more about the NCAA basketball because they did announce NCAA sports will be coming back in some capacity. I don't know if it's gonna be football or basketball, but if it's either of those, I will be happy because I kind of like the NCAA game. So getting back into that, damn it, Len.
It's just funny because I just think about like the fact that they made a worse basketball game than 2K. Like. Consistently.
Oh yeah,
like,
NBA.
They
NBA
had time.
And NBA Live used to actually be good though. When they like died off and then came back, it was different.
It used to be better. It was better than 2K for a little bit, and then 2K was
some
like
aspects it was.
Yeah, like I don't see shit from them to be honest. Maybe you know what? NBA Street would be gas if they brought back the Street franchise. Man, fuck EA. I gotta stop asking. I gotta stop pretending like they're a good franchise. They suck.
Yeah, nah. Wait, hold up. That's a lot of wishful thinking, bro. If they ever brought back an NBA Street, bro, oh my goodness, a new volume is different. That's different, bro. I don't think they would. I don't think they'd ever dive back into that. Which sucks so much, bro. Oh man, NBA Ballers. What the hell? That was also something that's from the complete back of my head. Ballers. Look, that was my stuff right there. With Stephon Marbury on the cover, Starbury on the cover, bro. Listen, what do you mean? That was a different time, bro.
That was a time.
I hate Andre Kirilenko in that game. AK-47, I want to let you know right now, I did not like you in that game, bro. You used to give me buckets, and I hated it, bro. I don't know why. For some reason, you gave me buckets all the time, but it just happened. I don't like it. Don't like it. But yeah, anyways, NBA Ball is a solid ass franchise too. I liked it. But yeah, I'm like, okay, Titanfall, maybe? Can we get Titanfall 3, maybe? No, we're never getting Titanfall. Shut up. All right. When whatever, you gotta make that face like that. You could have just gave me hope for like a half second. Dang it, bro.
That's very plausible, but it would just be smart, and I just don't see them making the smart decision. Like it's obvious that people want that game, but like I just don't see them really being like, oh, let's give the people what they want. Like, them motherfuckers they're gonna rock out with Apex till the wheels fall off, and then they're gonna release Titanfall 3. Probably. And I really hope you guys make me eat my words, because I'll apologize. I'll say I'm wrong right now, but
bro, y'all gotta make me wrong. I will cry tears of joy. I will cry tears of joy and apologize to y'all. This man in the chat said, Bejeweled Remastered. I want no damn Bejeweled Remastered. Get that out of here, bro.
Better game than Battlefield.
I mean... we also heard some news about that this week. It's not on the show notes, but I heard they said the next Battlefield is gonna be in 2024. So they said they're gonna kind of stick with Battlefield 2042 and get through the development cycle, and then the next one will come in 2024. Man, don't worry about it. When how you feel about that one?
Give me back my fucking money, EA. Give me back my fucking money. Like, this has been every time I want my fucking money back. I spent $90 and you guys are gonna release a new game in a year from now, basically. I hate this company.
Bro, I'm going to laugh at the day, bro. This man's gonna be an EA game changer. I'm just gonna laugh every day.
I would love to do I would love to work with them so that we could talk about shit. But on some real shit.
Now I got you here. You know what I'm saying? Hand on the shoulder. Now I got you in the room.
If I'm ever in a room with if I'm ever in a boardroom with EA executives, I'm gonna lock the door and I'm be like, I'm not leaving here without $90 in cash.
Hey, it's part of my contract. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it requires $90 back.
I dead ass. If they ever do a contract, if I ever get a contract with EA, I'm gonna ask for whatever they're gonna give me. I'm gonna ask for my offer plus $90 because that release of Battlefield is disgusting.
Hey, listen, that's fair, bro. That's fair. But yeah, in all honesty, I can see. Okay, so one remake, I can see Mirror's Edge because I feel like that's the obvious one. It's been a long time since we got that game. So Mirror's Edge, major IP release. That'd probably be a Dragon Age, maybe. That'd be a Dragon Age.
I could see, because we haven't had one. We haven't had one in a minute. I could see it be Dragon
haven't had
Age.
one in a minute. I feel like they were talking about it as well. BioWare was talking about it. They have a recent dev update like in the past year or so or something like that. So I think that would be the IP release. Sports title, I mean, that's probably 2023. I feel like that's EA Sports FIFA, probably the most obvious one because of the remake, which we'll get to in a little bit. And then the partner title, that could be very interesting. That could be a lot of different things. I don't know exactly what it would be in terms of a partner title.
You think it could be a Marvel game?
I
hope not. I hope not.
I hope not. Boy. Yeah, maybe something like a partner game. I'm thinking like a partner game, bro. What partner studio? I mean, maybe.
Okay, they're gonna partner. They're gonna partner with Nintendo, and we'll get fucking. I don't even know. Like, I just don't know what they can do.
Mario Dragon Age.
We're gonna
get Kingdom or something like that.
That would be that would be hilarious. We're gonna get
something wild like that.
We're gonna get an Assassin's Creed soccer game. Is what we're gonna get. that's
imagine Mario with the hidden blade. Just knocking niggas off. Oh my goodness, that's actually wild. Mushroom Kingdom in the Animus, boy, that's different. But yeah, partner title, I have no idea. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure we're gonna hear more about this at this year's EA Play whenever they announce it, if they do announce one. Because no, didn't they cancel it? They canceled EA Play this year.
Last year, wasn't it? Or was it this year?
Was it?
I haven't seen an EA Play in years. I don't fucking know when they do this shit.
Bro, I'm pretty sure they canceled this year, just to verify my information here. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they canceled it for 2022.
It says coming soon, I think.
Yes, they canceled. EA Play Live will not happen in 2022.
Okay,
so
cool.
We're gonna hear stuff next year, or we're gonna hear individual updates, which is whatever. It is what it is. They're gonna have the specific Star Wars one, which is mostly EA stuff anyways, but there's no other major one. So I feel like they will get something, maybe Game Awards or something towards the end of the year, which is fine. Whatever. EA, I'm not gonna be holding my breath for y'all. But if you do drop something amazing, thank you. But I'm not waiting on you. I'm not gonna wait on you. I got other stuff to do. But yeah, that's that. You want your $90, bro?
That's all I give a fuck about. I want my $90 back. I'd spend money on EA games if I had $90.
Yo, bro, this is gonna honestly be the preface of every EA interaction you have with reps and stuff. Like, hey, yo, bro, listen, man.
$90.
You like $90 on you, bro? You like $90 on you just for some reason?
It's like not even bad blood. It's mostly just I played 6 hours of a 10-hour free beta after I spent $90. Can I get it back? Nah, son. I was like, but I'm still in the free beta. They're like, no, you bought it. I bet that up.
It's the principle, baby.
It is. Principle. It is.
Gotta do it. But yeah, cycling back around to EA and Respawn, actually, we got some alleged reports here surrounding a campaign/request for a black and or female lead during the development for Jedi Fallen Order in 2019, but they were denied apparently. So according to the report of a former employee on Twitter, she kind of took to the Twitter streets to kind of air some laundry out, so to speak. And so she said the idea for a black and or female protagonist gained a lot of traction with some of the people working at Respawn before Jedi Fallen Order released, when it was in early concept stages. But that push was apparently met with rejection, and the reasoning that, one, they already have 2 black characters in the game already, and 2, Rey is already a female. We can't do that as well. So I mean, oof.
I mean, when you look at it from the big picture, right? We got some black over here, we got some woman over here. What more do y'all want? Fuck, bro. I honestly, like, I would have loved a black female Jedi, mostly just because, like, no offense to the homeboy in Jedi Fallen Order, but like, I saw him,
no disrespect to Cal Kestis,
no disrespect to the homie. When I saw it, I was just kind of like, all right, cool. Another white guy with a lightsaber. I was like, cool. Like, it just, I don't know, man. It could have been cooler. I think it would have been super sick if it was just like more diverse, man. It's just like the same people doing the same shit. Like, I don't connect to them. Like, and it's just shit like that where it's just like, you guys could have done something different, but as opposed to doing that, y'all just like, no, let's just do this again. And everybody's like nobody, I haven't heard not one person be like, yo, the main character of Jedi Fallen Order is so like deep. Like I never really hear him. I don't even know the guy's name. I played the game. I don't remember his name, and he's kind of forgettable to me personally. I think he would have stood out more amongst the cast of Jedi, or the protagonist would have stood out more against the cast of Jedis if it was a black woman, to be honest with you.
In Fallen Order.
In Fallen Order, I feel like, because the thing is, if you line up all the Jedis, he just kind of blends in with everybody, which is like, it would have been cool with a black woman. It would have been more. It would have been more impactful, I think, and you would have had more people fall into or even try out the game because they're like, yo, a black female protagonist. Let me try this shit out. I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, but showing me that there's representation shows me that I can get into this franchise.
Yeah, and I was like, it's just the fact of this. I have no problem with Cal being the main protagonist or whatever.
Right.
And it is what it is. Cameron Monaghan, great actor. You know what I'm saying? He put on a great performance.
For sure.
And of course, there were other great performances in the cast as well.
Yeah.
Seer, of course, which she's a predominant black female video game, actor and stuff like that. She's been in a couple of different productions so far. She's dope. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of different people of color in there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the one of the main villains, Trilla, and stuff like that. But it's more so of, we could have really took this to a next level and just put something out there that was true, that was really a step forward and a step away from the norm, from the perceived norm. You know what I'm saying? So it would have been dope to have a black girl as a samurai. As I said, samurai. Well, and basically is a samurai, but as a Jedi. You know what I'm saying? As a Jedi in this space, and like being a castaway, trying to hide from the, you know what I'm saying, from the what's it called, the Inquisitors and stuff like that, and like that would have been really cool, and that would have been added. You know, that would just been added spice to the flavor. I think it would have been a real big stepping stone for, again, just pushing that narrative. Hey, listen, we can have an impactful game with, predominantly black people and, people of color in the main cast. It don't got to be, the same white knight and stuff like that running through all the time. That didn't have to be the case.
Yeah. I'm
not saying, I'm, jumping over pitchforks and like that, but it just goes to show, like, you got to question the status quo and the current structure of people, because it's like, those excuses, it's already 2 black people that's already there, you know what I'm saying? And raise a female in the movie series. We can't just topple up with 2 females. The world might break. Like, what does that mean, bro?
Yeah.
What does that mean? But you can have the same, the 5, kind of same looking white dudes in the same similar role over the course of like 30 years, and nobody bats an eye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not even like
also a pun because Batman's in there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I know what you mean. The way I see it is just kind of like, it's not that I don't like the characters. It's not that I don't like the main characters. It's not that I don't agree with I don't agree with some of the decisions. It's just the fact that they were like, yo, we should do a black woman, and then these are some weak ass excuses as to why not. And that's the reason I'm just like, damn. So like, you just don't want to do it. Like, that's really what it is. It's just like, just call it what it is. I don't want to make the game about a black woman. Like, just say that. But you don't want to say that. You just would rather say, nah, raise a woman, and there's some black people over here. So like, it by PEMDAS, I'm not racist. Like, shut up, bro. Just call it what it is, bro. It would have been cooler. And again, everybody did a great job on this game. It's a good game. I don't hate the protagonist. But I'm just saying,
great game.
When they point out this shit, like, this shit right here is kind of fucking ass, bro. You're kind of fucking racist for this shit. Like, argue with me. Like, why are they wrong on it? Like, they're not, bro. You don't want to put a black woman as the main character. And that's, if that's your decision, that's your decision. But don't sit here and try to be like, don't try to math your way out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, bro.
Don't try and provide some explanation to where, it makes sense in the world. Like, it's like, it's perfectly, like feasible and stuff like that. Like, it's like a clear path of logic. No. At the end of the day, you didn't want to do it because you didn't want to do it. Yeah, it's not that, we already have enough black characters. Okay, so they made your quota. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
come on,
Ray's already a female. Okay, so you don't want it. What's the problem with, people who aren't even gonna look at these games right now talking about raise a female, Star Wars protagonist. Yeah. So what's the difference between that and that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the discrepancy? So I think that's where this goes to show, no matter how good a project is, no matter how great a game comes out, this stuff is still prevalent. this stuff of
Mm-hmm.
being denied at the door, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? We could be on the other side of some dope performances and some dope representation in some of the most major franchises and IPs in gaming history. But it's like the little barriers, little things that exist in damn near every organization today that you got to check at the door, and you got to be like, "Oh, listen, that's still a little bit messed up." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
at least you can't provide the proper reasoning why. Maybe you could just said, "Hey, listen, we think he ties into the this story because of this, and this, and we're gonna take him here. We're gonna try and do this here because we already have his character established." I would have taken that reasoning more, over. Oh yeah, there's already two black characters. What, y'all want more?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or something like we know that this actor who has a pretty big name for himself is interested in the role, so it would be easier to sign him on than somebody
to craft him around.
or even just like we can sign this person of this caliber. We know that we can get this person. That's why we're building it around this character type of thing.
Yeah, and then you basically that's much more of a concrete reason to say, oh, listen, hey, yo, listen, that's enough black girls in there, bro. That's enough black folk in that show, bro. I'm sorry, we can't have no more. We're at capacity. I'm sorry, like that's stupid. That's stupid. So I hope that stuff like this continues to be pointing out, and like I hope people are checked on this, man, internally, externally, whatever, man. People are checked on this because this could be the thing that holds up really great performances and really great showings for, again, the people of color. You know what I'm saying, people who are outside of that perceived norm, quote unquote, that fills up those spaces all the time in terms of main protagonists. Again, like I don't want to, as much as it's cool to be in a Star Wars universe, sometimes it'd be nice to be like, a black person in the Star Wars universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Give me my Mace Windu game, by the way. That's also another different tangent. If it's an unreleased game, give me a Mace Windu game, because he ain't dead, bro. I'm sorry. I deny it every day. He's like Tupac. He's like Tupac in the Star Wars universe. That's my random blurb. But seriously, you know what I'm saying? Fix up. Start really paying attention and locking in, because you might be blocking some great ideas, man. For real. Okay. Let me move forward just a little bit. Remember Harry talking earlier about, Twitch made a nice little move. Twitch did some stuff earlier. YouTube was like, hey, yo, shut that up. Shut up. We got some stuff for your ass. So as of this week, YouTube has officially jumped forward on their streaming efforts with the introduction of gifted memberships and clips going site-wide for all creators. Now, first and foremost, the long-awaited gift memberships come with the 70-30 pay split, opt-in features where users must accept a gift, and gifted memberships being more likely for more loyal viewers in terms of watch time. Now, the clipping feature has now gone live for everyone, which massively aids streaming efforts. Of course, you can be able to get 5 to 60 seconds clips from any video or live stream that is available on a person's channel, and then you can go share it, tribute it however you like. Thoughts on this, Mr. YouTube streamer when easy?
This is nuts. Actually, I really love this. So, how do I say this? I am a huge fan of this. The only thing I need now, and I know that I've been asking for clips for a while. I've been asking for clips for a long ass time. I've been asking. Gifted memberships doesn't affect me because I'm not a YouTube partner yet. But clips I've been asking for a long ass time. The only thing I need from clips now, and this is very integral, and I'm sure a lot of other streamers who own this product will agree with me. I need a YouTube like plugin for my Stream Deck. I need to be able to clip things and put markers on things via my Stream Deck. That's all I ask for. That's like probably the last thing I truly need to be able to continuously stream. Like, I'm going to continue to stream on YouTube, but if you want me to be off of Twitch completely, like that's all I really need. Or even just putting markers in a stream would be a huge burden off of my back, because it's on Twitch. There is a button I can press on my Stream Deck right now. I use it for clips for this podcast. I use it for clips for all of my stuff. I press a button in my Twitch stream. There is a marker set up for me right there. Boom. Don't got to worry about it. With YouTube, it's not that simple. But now that we have clipping, that's all I need. But clips on YouTube is phenomenal. You guys are moving in the right direction. You guys announced that you would do it. I feel like it hasn't been too much time since they said that they would too. Like, it's taken a little bit longer than I thought it should, but we're moving forward. I'm excited for the future of YouTube streaming. And I think that this is a huge, not only that, this is just a huge push forward for people who want to be full-time content creators on the app, because now YouTube always felt like a step behind Twitch, but we're getting close. We're getting close to that feeling of streaming.
I tell you this. You know what I'm saying? Where I wish I had my bottles in here, bro. It's like the Warriors, man. Just right here. They outside the car. YouTube right here. Warriors. Come out to stream. YouTube is literally like they're pulling up mad slow, but they getting there. You see it every update. There's gonna have things that they get better, stronger, faster. They're including more services into their functionality. There's a gap that's closing, and I think faster than people realize about the viability of YouTube streaming. And once we hit a certain just one update is going to be like, oh shit, they have everything Twitch does. Oh no. And they have a better pay split. Ooh. And that's when a lot of light bulbs are going to start ticking like, we might need to start considering this as a viable alternative to what Twitch is offering. And again, just to go back into the tools themselves and the functions themselves, gift memberships, just straight standard, you already know what that is. And again, the pay split that's already improved over Twitch is a huge leg up for one. And two, the ability that you can accept those gifts for one is cool. It's actually pretty dope that you can just accept a gift or deny it and send it to somebody else. That's awesome. And two, those gift subs can be distributed based off of loyalty. Now, I'm not sure what the algorithm is on Twitch. Maybe it is based off of watch time or something like that. But what I've seen is it's pretty random. It seems pretty random if you're just gifting subs to five people in the chat, unless you specifically pick out their name to gift a sub to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So having that based off of watch time is also really cool for people who are, in your chats, they're in your stuff all the time. And the chances of them getting a gift sub, it's only promoted over time. So the bigger you get, the more they get involved, the more they stick with you because they think, hey, listen, I might have a gift sub come my way, or, watching your content. And that's an extra incentive to be like, oh, I got gifted a gift sub for like the amount of time that I'm in here. Mm-hmm. That only breeds more of a consistent loyal following because, hey, listen, I might get blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I rock with your content. This is a cherry on top. I might get blessed with a gift sub if I'm not like gifting my membership already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's one. Two, clipping, long overdue. I think it came out in beta for 10 seconds and then it like disappeared. You know what I'm saying? I might have deja vu. This might be a Mandela effect dream. I don't know what's going on. I'm pretty sure it was for like a minute.
They had highlights, but highlights essentially were like they had they would take it wasn't a clip, it was literally up to 5 minutes. Like you can make a mini video out of your stream, which isn't bad. But when I'm playing and I'm trying to get a sick clip, sitting there because it does the whole YouTube thing. They're like, what's the title? What's the description? Is it for kids? What are the tags? It does all that, and that takes way too much time when I'm just trying to get a crazy blood hunt clip real fast,
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah, that now that clipping is in the way it's here, that's a huge boost because we want to be able to pull from streams as simply as possible. And I gotta agree with Wen's statement there. If you're gonna be on YouTube, you gotta have that plug in, that accessibility, just to quickly one tap pull. You know what I'm saying? Mark a stream, make sure that's there. If I can pull the last 30 seconds from some function, do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. Honestly, I see it is where they're a good 3 updates away from really, really getting on Twitch's ass in terms of, hey, this is a really, really viable product. Only thing we're missing is the solid UI to bring you in and make it feel like it's a community thing. In terms of just straight product to product, their service offering, I feel like they're 3 updates and some UI changes away from really making it work. But how far away do you think YouTube is from Twitch?
The thing about Twitch, I think the thing is that Twitch will always be there because Twitch,
of course.
It's just I don't think they're very far, to be honest. I think people think it's way further than it is. But I think that the reason people think that is because Twitch kind of made streaming so easy. But it's also, is it sustainable? Yes, but it's YouTube will never be like Twitch because YouTube kind of expects more or wants more. You got to make thumbnails for lives if you really want to. I make thumbnails for my lives, not all the time. I'm not a fucking madman. But going forward, I plan on every time I'm gonna go live have a thumbnail for it. And it's just big hurdles that extra pre-planning that many people find difficult about YouTube, and that's why people think YouTube is so far behind in the streaming space. It's not really that. It's just most a lot of people are lazy. But I think YouTube is gonna it's just it. I agree with you. It's just a few updates away. They just need to streamline some things because they're so used to making things so, I don't want to say unnecessarily complicated, but they
Just a couple more hoops more than
yeah,
normal.
they make you jump through more hoops, and when they start like removing some of the hoops or even just making the hoops like lowering them a bit, I think it's gonna get to a point where people are gonna start seeing these two as like very serious contenders.
100%. And again, yeah, just to add to your point, Twitch is never going to go away. They've embedded themselves in the culture of streaming. But when you think about it, when you put the two on paper, prime example, this week, I forgot who it was, man. It might, I completely forget who suggested it, but like somebody like added Lizzo, and then she was like, "Yo, you should stream on Twitch. You would be dope with I think it was like Ebonics or something like that. They got added, or no, and that actually I think it might have been Mira.
Yeah.
It might have been Mira that was added, and then Twitch. Lizzo goes back. What's Twitch? She don't even know what that is.
Yeah,
and a lot of people outside of Twitch don't realize that there's so many people in the world that do not even know what Twitch is.
Yeah.
And off the name value of YouTube, the sheer size and actual movement power of YouTube as a brand, that's where you have to realize once they catch up in terms of products and services, it's way easier to be, like to say, hey, listen, the YouTube brand name stretches farther than Twitch.
Yeah.
Especially in certain spaces. Now, of course, Twitch has its ground. It's part of Amazon. It's going to get some pushes in some respects. But when you think about that, if YouTube can get their game together and really tighten up, again, streamline some of the processes in UI and make it really accessible and get maybe even a couple of creators from Twitch, which is looking like a eventuality because we have more people coming from that Twitch side. They stream it on YouTube now. A couple more people flipped in the past week or so, like the past like 10 days, like a bunch of people flipped over. Yeah. So, you're going to see this movement. Yeah, you might see a bit of a power shift if YouTube can get it right. But I will say this, wherever this progresses or whatever this goes, there's going to be a catch up. The gap's going to close. And these two companies are going to have to work actively to be better. And that only benefits who? Us.
Yes.
Us, the creators, us, the viewers, us, the consumers of content. So, hey, if that's the case, I'm all for it, baby. Please update. Do what y'all do, bro. Listen, as long as none of y'all end up like Mixer, we straight. You know what I mean? Like, we good.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it really is what it is, man. I'm gonna get it how I live, bro. They might find me on OnlyFans anyways, bro. It's fine, bro. I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna just say that I'm gonna survive. But that's another day. That's another topic, bro. I'll tell you that. But all right, on to dang, the trailer trove already. Dang, oh my gosh. Let's slide forward, man. The trailer trove. You already know the segment. We cover a lot of TV, a lot of different media. You know what I'm saying? Kind of sit back watching content, all that type of stuff. So first and foremost, we got a trailer for Love, Death, and Robots Season 3 this week, man. I have not watched the show in so long, but we are finally getting a new season from it. Again, that's that same off the wall episode by episode style and crazy graphics and animation. Should be dropping soon. I'm pretty sure it's dropping this year. I gotta double check the date, but yeah, when are you thinking about this?
I was disappointed by season 2, not by the quality of the shorts, but by the number of them. It was like maybe 9 episodes, which I was like, maybe I was spoiled by the first season, but like the first season had so much, and like the second season came out and it was like, I'm excited but cautious with season 3 just because we know Netflix said they were gonna cut back on animated stuff, and that's all that Love, Death, Robots is. So hopefully they do it justice. If it's another 9 episode thing, I'm gonna be upset again because it like at that point you could have just let me guess 9 episodes.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's just like at that point, why don't you just wait for both of them to be done and then like it just could be more because now that's true. These seasons just take about as long as like a regular like 12 episode show does for Netflix. So like them being like whoa. We're only gonna drop 9. Like I don't know. I just want more, especially with like some of these episodes will be like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and it's like all right, cool. Well, there goes that was one entire episode.
Facts.
So I'll see it. I don't want to call it before I see it. I'll definitely watch it, and if it's not good, then believe you. Or I don't think it won't be good, but I just might want more. Like maybe I'm just greedy.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I understand that, bro. But yeah, for me, I'm just like, as long as I can put out with some dope stuff, I wouldn't mind it. It's just gotta have a good amount of content packed into it, bro. If you're only gonna give us 9 episodes, which you are, you gotta pack it up with enough stuff for us to be sustained, man. Like, there's some cool stories and stuff like this, but I just wonder how much we're gonna get out of these stories. I don't want it to be like, freaking super shorts. You know what I'm saying? I'll get on TikTok for that type of shit, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? But Love, Death, Robots. I've never not been a fan of that stuff. It's always been a cool series. You know what I'm saying? So ready to see some more off the wall stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving forward a little bit, we got some confirmation this week that the Ashoka Tano show is now in development. Has begun production. It's underway. Of course, we're most likely going to see Rosario Dawson back as the titular character, with a lot of potential areas to run into. Man, it's now on the way. It's now going. But I'm excited to see where this goes. How you feel about this one?
I'm interested. I need to catch up on a lot of the Star Wars stuff. I haven't. Mostly because I just don't have an account, but I just also don't have a lot of time on my hands to watch all of these shows. 'Cause I feel like there's always this is a new Star Wars show at the end of every other Star Wars show. So I'm always just like, damn. All right, let me see if I can catch up on Mando. All right, Mando's done. All right, Boba Fett's out now. All right, cool. I gotta go catch up on that. Oh, Ahsoka's getting her own show. Damn, I need. All right, fuck. All right, cool. So for me, it's just been like I'm gonna have to do a lot of catching up, but I am excited to see Rosario Dawson have her own show. She's a great actress.
Facts, and she did phenomenal as Ashoka, honestly, when she had her appearance. So I can't wait to see more of her. You know, listen, I said this. I'm pretty sure I said this a while back in another episode of the podcast as well. If we're doing Ashoka, give me my payoff. Give me my damn payoff. Give me Ezra and give me Grand Admiral Thrawn, or I will riot. And you can figure out the context of those people if you haven't known what those are. I'm not going to spoil anything like that. But give me Ezra and give me Thrawn. Stop playing with me. Stop. And not the Ezra from Hawaii, bro. Not the Flash. The other Ezra. Stop playing with me. All right? That's all I want from the show. You can put whatever else in there. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. Just do it. All right? That's all I'm saying, bro. That's my request. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm getting work. Oh man, that's real shit.
I'm excited to see it. I still need to watch the Clone Wars series because that's like really the main reason I haven't tapped too much into it, because I'm like, damn, I still have to watch all that. But that's such a good show. It's such a good show.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm like, listen, there is I believe in the direction of Star Wars now, because the dude who made the Clone Wars is overseeing everything with what's the name? Oh my gosh, my name, Happy, the dude that was Happy, Jon Favreau. Thank you. I'm about to say him and Jon Favreau have been overseeing everything since Mando. So we are, I think we're in for a real good ride. Everything else has been really solid so far. You know what I'm saying? Like the direction of these shows has been fantastic. So I can't wait to see what's next, man. They're planning to expand really far. So listen, fingers crossed and saying prayers up. But I believe in them, bro. I believe in Filoni and them. So they're gonna do a good job. For sure. All right. Next on the docket, I believe what we got. Oh yeah. Okay. This is a little bit flip, but let me do this. We got an official trailer for the new look Resident Evil Netflix series, with the split timeline coverage of old and new Raccoon City, Lance Reddick as Albert Wesker, a dystopian town in overrun London in 2036, a few marquee Resident Evil monsters, and a lot more. Now, it seems to take like a bit of a different spin, I guess, because I feel like, Wesker like took his stuff and ran off to some, faraway town. It looks like there's like some fake happy, you know what I'm saying, walls of bossing say type of thing going down with the joy pills and everybody being, at peace. So to speak. It looks actually really interesting. I don't want to say I'm super interested, because I might jinx myself and it might be ass, because everything else that's been live action Resident Evil has been ass. So what do you think about it, Wayne?
I think it's gonna be ass. No, not really. I'm just not excited. Like I'm kind of over all this. I'm over Resident Evil in a sense. Like
I'm so done.
There just hasn't been anything that's really sat me down and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like even the animated stuff is like, damn, how do you guys have animation? Like, and you have your show is animated, so you could really do whatever you want. You could almost make it verbatim the game, and they still kind of suck. Like I'm just not. I need Resident Evil the game to figure out what it wants to be before, because like I remember we had everything was cool up until like 5, then things got dicey, and then 6 shut the whole thing down. And we restarted it with 7, and then we got the remakes, and it's like cool, but it's like I kind of need them to like be stable before we really start doing a lot of spin-off and movies and shows and things like that. Like I need we kind of
I
need
feel like those are
some.
two different entities, though. I feel like those are two different entities, and I will give credit to for when Biohazard came out, that was the redemption of the entire series. I
Yeah,
will say that because they had to make that restart, and they have been on a pretty consistent path, honestly,
they have been.
with Village and everything like that. But I feel like in terms of the shows, that's in a complete different set of hands. Like some other dudes got that. They're just throwing anything at the wall because it looks completely different. Like they don't even have nothing. I don't. Not even too much relevance to what was going on in the games anymore. Honestly, aside from Wesker, you know what I'm saying? Wesker and like the Virus and Umbrella Corp. Honestly,
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If we're gonna treat them like as two separate entities, then we should have stopped Resident Evil anything live action a while ago.
agreed.
The fact that we're still getting Resident Evil anything live action, I think, is because of the sales of the games. Because the games is the only reason we keep getting these Netflix whatever, like Resident Evil whatever. It's like it's obvious the people you guys sell this shit to does not understand what the games are trying to do, and every single time we get anything Resident Evil that isn't a game, it's hot trash.
Facts. And even looking at the trailers, like, yo, is this is this Resident Evil? Or is this like, if you take out a couple of monsters that you saw from Resident Evil games, just another zombie show? You know what I mean?
It's another
like,
zombie
how
show.
Can you
1,000%.
Exactly. And I'm like, dang, you gotta. It's hard to create that differentiation with that on the screen because, well, it seems that hard because these people, who have produced in the past, they haven't done that shit at all. And I'm like, bro, like this is sad, dog.
Yeah.
This is sad because I'm like, how. I actually really like the Resident Evil franchise as a whole. I'm not the fondest of scary games and all stuff like that, blah blah blah. But Resident Evil 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. Resident Evil's near and dear. I think that it should be done justice. You know what I'm saying? It looks interesting, but it just doesn't look like it looked like anything could have been this. This could have been a Left 4 Dead game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put some marquee Left 4 Dead monsters in there. This could have been a whole bunch of stuff, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm willing to give it a try. It's July 14th is dropping. I'm willing to give it a shot because it looks drastically different than the stuff we got with the Mila Jovovich series. And thank goodness she not in there and old boy's not in there, bro. Like, please. I'm willing to give it a shot, honestly, but I'm not excited. I'm not excited. I'll say that. But yeah. Okay. And moving a little bit forward to the last story in the trailer trove, we got a couple new updates about Alan Wake and what new media is coming from A Bright Fall. So first, we got an anniversary update for Alan Wake. It's some concept art and just letting us know, hey, the game's not done yet. We're not going to get any updates in the summer, but it's coming. It's on the way. So not really any gaming news on this side of things. But lastly, we got an update and a report that AMC has picked up the Alan Wake TV show, and it's going to be in production. Of course, AMC is the series, the studio that's behind The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad coming on TV. They're kicking it off, and it seems like that ball is rolling for Alan Wake. So, thoughts on this?
It might not be bad, but I'm just afraid of like, it becoming too long. I guess that's like my biggest reason why I'm not a big fan of like Walking Dead. I feel like it should have ended a while ago, but I don't know. I think it's too early to call it, so I'm not really gonna say much on it. But I think that it's an interesting game, and I think it could be something. It could be a TV show for sure. So hopefully they get the right hand. They give it to the right people.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like I had a yard.
We'll go for it. Before...
Damn. All right. Cool. Good. But yeah, there's just again we kind of always talk about that potential meter for a for our series and for gaming series that are getting adapted into live action. I rate this up there highly. Again, looking at the elements of the game, like him being a photographer, him him kind of having his origin in Bright Falls, this bleak, eerie space that he's in, trying to navigate the supernatural entities throughout the dark and the shadows. It has the markings throughout its art style, throughout its makeup, throughout the gameplay, throughout the story beats of a really cool live action show. I think it has a good blueprint already. You know what I'm saying? You could just kind of plug and play a lot of certain stuff from this game series and put it right into an Alan Wake show. I think it has a really good potential to be something good, but I think in the form of a shorthand one shot. Like again, I'm thinking like Watchmen. Like it only has like a 12 episode run or something like that. Yeah. Nothing too high, no multiple seasons. Just make this first run and see if it hits. And if it does, come back with like a story from a DLC from like the an adaptation of a DLC or something like that. But AMC, I think is actually a decent match. I would have liked it, I would like them to go darker, with this and try and match that intensity that you had, the horror vibes that you got from Alan Wake throughout the series, and just that feeling of real darkness throughout a lot of the aesthetic shots and whatnot, and where the series took you. I would like AMC to really tap into that. I haven't watched, I haven't watched all the Walking Dead. I watched some of the Walking Dead. I stopped way early on.
I think everybody has. Everybody stops.
But yeah, I think AMC is still a decent studio based off the aesthetics and where what they've done with Breaking Bad, especially, to create a really good narrative around this and really build up Alan Wake as a solid, TV franchise. So I think that's better potential than a lot of stuff that we saw. Like it's up there. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Also another thing, I watched Uncharted the other day too. This is a completely unrelated, but yeah, I watched Uncharted. Like 5 out of 10, but I was not mad at that 5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Like it was pretty straightforward and whatnot. Like most of the negative points go towards Marky Mark because I'm like, why are you Sully, big dog? Why the hell are you Sully? Still annoys me. Still annoys me to this day. I don't know why he's Sullivan, but that's a whole nother thing. That is a whole nother can of worms.
Right.
He wasn't. Tom Holland wasn't bad as Drake. It was all right. It was cool. They set up all the little points about Sam and whatnot. I like, of course, all the little nods to the games, and it was cool. The cameo with Nolan North was dope though. That surprised the shit out of me. I did not expect him to be in there. My eyes lit up. I'm like, what the? Nigga, why you in here, bro?
That's so funny.
That actually popped me. But otherwise, pretty straightforward. Pissed me off that they just killed off old boy Antonio Banderas. I'm forgetting my names today. They killed him off. Like his whole family motivation. He just killed his whole family line. And you're just gonna off him right there in the middle of his plane. Like that's actually kind of stupid. If you just ended him in like the last ending passage, or if she portrayed him while they made the scoop for the ships, that would have been more applicable, honestly. And then she just takes all of the cut instead of some of it. That would have been cool. But then this man's talking. It's like, yeah, man, my family, my father hated me. I'm running the ship now. We all cool? Cool. Like, and then that's it. I'm like, what is that? That was stupid. That was very stupid. That girl was fine as hell, but the plot point was stupid. It was just stupid. But overall, I'm like, cool. I mean, it was a pretty cool. It was actually moderately enjoyable watch. I would say a 5 out of 10 though, but still the simplistic, the simplicity in me is like, you know what? I played Uncharted. I can see enough Uncharted in this. Cool. You know what? It's not bad.
Yeah, I still have to watch it with Ro because I know she still wants to watch it, but I definitely check back with. Definitely talk about it more when I get to it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not like really care much for it, but I figured when I saw the trailer, I was like, I know exactly where this is gonna go.
Yeah, like literally. And again, I'm a sucker for all that type of stuff, but this is close. We're gonna get to National Treasure 3, so whatever. I'm gonna live with it. This fan said a 5 out of 10 just like the games.
Actually, let me go to the bathroom real fast. Just real quick.
Listen, 5 out of 10 just like the games. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Take it easy there, brother. Take it easy. Hey, yo. I didn't say that. That's still me, Poppy. That's still me. I didn't say nothing like that, bro. I ain't say jack. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Who said it? Who said it? I wouldn't rate Uncharted 2 that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't rate Uncharted 2 that. I wouldn't say the series is a 5 out of 10. I give them like a 6, 7, honestly. But they're still really good though. I enjoy them for what they are, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Listeners can't tell the difference. Who said that? GroovyJ_6 said that. For the viewers, I'm gonna edit this out in post, but still for the live viewers, yeah, I know it's him. He did it. Only a 2-point difference. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, it is what it is, man. Like, listen, I just don't like that. You already know what my stance. I hate when people overrate that stuff, bro. People really severely overrate that. They think it stands up with like the heavyweights of the heavyweights, bro. And I'm like, dog, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's dead ass a movie simulator with a controller on it, bro. It just Laura Croft with a penis, bro. Like, relax. That's not even crazy. Like, we seen this Indiana Jones, bro. Like, you ain't got to do that, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I just can't. As a matter of fact, I would say a 6 or a 7 because of multiplayer. Multiplayer brings up the score. Uncharted multiplayer brings up the score massively. You're not wrong. That's why that was just what I was about to say. That multiplayer brings it up to like a 7. You know what? I would say that a solid 7.5, because that multiplayer was magnifique. Oh, it was good.
It was good
Oh
multiplayer.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. But yeah, all right. Anyways, that was it for the trailer trove, and we're gonna slide a little bit forward to the rest of the stories for today. So, we got some word about the official release of Apex Mobile. It's now dropping May 17th on all cellular platforms. It's up for pre-registry right now. Alongside the release, we got official word though that it will be dropping with 10 characters, including a brand new mobile exclusive legend rumored to be the character Fade, who has a lot of speed and time backtracking abilities. So, thoughts on Apex Mobile and thoughts on the new character Fade coming to the mobile platform only.
I mean, like, I understand why they're doing it. They just want people to download it and try it out. Personally, for me, I think it's whatever. I'm sure there are people who like play Apex nonstop who are like, oh man, that's not fair. They get content. You're gonna get it regardless. Like, it's not even. It's kind of like when people are playing in the public test beta for like Overwatch, because like if you new characters will get released there before they get put into the real game to test if they're broken or if their abilities have like any exploits that we should be aware of. Obviously, in the public test beta for shit in Overwatch, it's on PC, so it will translate easily to the games. Let's say Fade is like considered super overpowered on mobile. Maybe it's because it's on mobile that he's overpowered. You bring him into the real game after those changes or whatever, and he's not that strong. He's super ass. But at the same time, like, content is content. If you want to play Apex Mobile, go get it. It's there. Like, it's there for a reason. If you don't. Like, I don't really care about these kinds of things because I don't play Apex that much, like, to the point where I'm thirsty for new content. So I can understand where, like, the Apex sweats are like, whoa, that's not fair. I want the new character. But I also just feel like, man, maybe you just need to, I don't know, play a different game, bro. Like, I don't think it's that deep. They're trying to make
you know what? You got a new game, bro.
Yeah.
They got a new game. They got a mobile game. They got a mobile version. Go play that too.
Like, play it on your phone. Like, you have a phone, bro. You can try out the new character or even just watch YouTube videos to understand what it's gonna be like.
Facts. Cause ain't nobody texting you.
Yeah,
you ain't getting no. Your DMs ain't open like that, bro. They not jumping like that, bro. You can play that with no interruptions. I promise you.
Like, give it you might actually like Apex on mobile. You never know. Like, I would say go for it. They got deathmatch. Fucking, that's better than what regular Apex. Apex Mobile looks more fun than regular Apex to me because it has all the modes that I want.
Facts. Looks like they got some better modes too. I'm telling you, bro. Call of Duty mode was the most fun I had in years. I'll tell you that much.
Better modes. Their firing range is far superior because you don't have to like pick up ammo every time you get infinite ammo for all the guns. Like, there's so many things that they do on that mobile that I'm really happy about because they have a place to experiment, and I think that'll be good for the game because they can try things out before they put it into the regular game. I just hope they have an understanding of like what's broken on mobile isn't going to translate to regular kind of thing, which I'm pretty sure they do. Like, they know that if I put this in mobile, it's not going to be the same as like in base game. But that's my only real concern, is that like y'all don't that y'all understand that. But I'm sure that they do because they're not idiots.
Yeah, they not new to this from what I see, bro. Again, looking at it, bro, the new characters, like his passive is like, okay, you can gain short movement speed boost at the end of a slide. We kind of got that with the shotgun version in Mad Maggie. The flashback tactical, go back to where you were a while ago from the Void. I feel like we already have enough Void characters. You know what I'm saying? We got freaking Ash,
Wraith.
Ash and Wraith are already too deep in there, and Wraith is still the most picked character on Apex today. And then Phase Chamber, which is release a Phase Cage to send all legends within range to the Void. I don't know exactly what that is, but just again another phasing character. It just top loads everything on that side. It just top loads more again Phase Wraith like characters.
Yeah, it sounds like basically what they'll do is I don't know if it's everybody. I think it will be everybody. But basically everybody in this area of effect of this special will wraith queue. Which is interesting because that means that nobody can really do damage to each other, but everybody's able to move around kind of thing. So like it might be like, you know how in Fortnite they have the boogie bombs where everybody's just kind of just like you can't shoot everybody, but you're in front of each other. That's what it might be. It might be good for like getting out of a fight. It might be maybe even good for getting in a fight. I would never use that to get in a fight, but you never know. It could even be something as like maybe if you're really good with it, you could shoot it at half the team, half the enemy team, and they're wraith queuing while one person's getting beamed down, kind of thing. Or like, oh, this wraith is pushing us. Boom, she's in the portal. Let's go push her teammates now, or whatever. Or her teammates are back there. I'm gonna phase them. You're on your own right now.
Yeah, or have your teammates kind of out of range a little bit. Then you go in solo and then let somebody slay out, or let that other team get in the range when they kind of hop out of that ult. So,
or even your teammate, like, let's say you have an Octane that pushes and like he spearheads, he gets a crack or whatever, but he needs to get out and he's about to get fried. You could just boom phase him out, depending on what this thing is like, because we don't know how long it takes, if it's a channel type thing, that type of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, a lot of potential we might see, bro. But yeah, listen, for the Apex people out there complaining that this is a mobile exclusive thing, go play it. It's Apex on your phone. Just go play it, dog.
It's free.
Facts. Ain't no bitch hitting your phone anyways, bro. You might as well get that too, man. All right, I had to get that in there, bro. I'm sorry I had to jab. Sorry. But yeah, all right, on to the next story. So, wow. After 3 decades, EA and FIFA have officially broken up and ended their licensing partnership, signifying the end of FIFA as we know it. So now EA have renamed themselves, renamed their popular footballing series to EA Sports FC, announcing their retention of all intellectual property agreements with all their leagues, players, and brands outside of FIFA, with plans to expand on them now that FIFA cannot cockblock them. Now, with EA Sports FC set to have a relaunch announcement in July 2023, we will take that time and try and not to call it FIFA from now on. So how are we feeling about this, man? They're broken up. Our entire lives, we've just seen FIFA, and now it's no more.
So you're going to have to guide me through this one again, because this is also out of my wheelhouse.
I'd be happy to.
Here's my question. When they say brands that aren't associated with FIFA, what does that mean? Like Adidas, I'm assuming?
Yes. So Adidas I'm pretty sure Adidas is 100% associated with FIFA. So basically, a lot of the branding stuff, you know how like 2K would have different brands of customizable shoes and stuff like that. They have Jordans, they have Nikes, they have all that stuff like that. Basically, FIFA only had Adidas because Adidas signed a deal with FIFA. Right. So the game could only have those shoes. Featured shoes, those branded shoes, and they couldn't have Nike. They couldn't have any of these other brands come into the game. You know what I'm saying? They probably had a couple other ones, but for the most part, it was only, you know what I'm saying? It was only that one brand. Yeah. I just want to double check if it was Adidas off the top of my head.
So like now they could theoretically have like Puma and Nike and their shit if they wanted to.
Yeah. They can definitely add as many as they want, and the opportunity for customizability is that's what they're looking for again, and that's what FIFA cockblocked them on, because they have their partnership with with what's it called,
Adidas,
with Adidas. Thank you. So that hindered EA from getting certain stuff done on that end.
Interesting. I think that's cool. I think the biggest issue with FIFA wasn't necessarily like, oh, there are no Nike shoes in this. It's always been like, this is the same game every year. Like, I don't think the amount of customization would have changed. The bigger issues that a lot of the FIFA community has raised to them over the past years. I think this is interesting. FIFA moving out kind of, I feel like it could put the fire on the ass of EA, because like let's say FIFA partners up with like 2K or something, like they might, maybe 2K might you be able to use the brand for something, but I also just think that the sports gaming area, like the sports gaming genre, has been so monopolized, I guess. Like Madden is football. Yeah. There is no different football game than Madden. EA had FIFA. Like there was no other soccer game except for PES.
PES used to be the shit, but then PES fell off. And they changed to eFootball now and stuff like that. There's no competition right now.
Yeah, so like everything kind of has its own unique game. Like MLB The Show is baseball. 2K used to have a baseball game, but now it's just MLB The Show. So it's like it's interesting, because I don't know if EA necessarily lost in this fight. Like I think that FIFA might be looking a little rough in terms of like wanting to make money off of video games, because who is really going to try to fight against an already established brand? EA Sports FC sure, it's not the words FIFA, but when you walk in a GameStop and you say, "Hey, can I get the new copy of FIFA?" They're gonna ask you, "You mean EA Sports or whatever?" And you're gonna be like, "Yeah." Like it's still gonna be the same shit. I'm sure EA is gonna brand it almost identical to FIFA so that people don't get confused in the online stores. Like it might be wraps for FIFA in the video game world.
Hey, listen, this is what I've seen and apparently heard.
Go crazy.
So yeah, let me load up the clip on this real quick. So one of the rumors that were going around is that EA was trying to implement certain things, but a lot of the creative development process had to go through FIFA to get cleared, and a lot of their the decisions were made at the FIFA level. So certain things had to take a long time to get processed, whatever. Some things were denied, some things were just rejected off the fact that FIFA didn't want them in there, and they were trying to really again steer that creative ship, and that only could lead EA so far. That's one reason. Two, of course, the blockage of all other licensing partnerships. What if it's a different league? What if it's a different brand that FIFA doesn't really want to give them rights to? They're not going to have it. You know what I'm saying? So that's done. We saw it with the Serie A, I believe. Well, PES got their rights to Serie A, the Italian League of Football, and FIFA lost it, so they couldn't really get it back. I'm not sure if it was kind of like a blockage on that point or just PES sprung out with more money. But the fact is, there's just certain things they can't touch because FIFA has some control over that series. And then three, FIFA came back and said, "Hey, listen, we want to repartner. We want $1 billion right now. We want $1 billion to repartner for that licenseship. If you want to renew the license, $1 billion." And at some point, the straws on the camel's back just kept piling and piling and piling, and you're just like, bro, what the hell? We don't need to do this anymore, bro. EA, as a gameplay development studio, have developed the entire engine. They've set the course for FIFA's gameplay, for their rise and all that stuff like that. And FIFA as we knew it, they have the precedent of all the leagues. They have the precedent of all the brands. They have the precedent of all this stuff. They set the tone for it. FIFA just got their name on it. And just because we know FIFA as this organization, they built that brand name, it doesn't mean that you built the quality of the gameplay itself, or sometimes lack quality in some years. But you can't underestimate that a household name has been built. And now that they've split, I feel like it's going to be much, much easier for EA to turn around and drop new stuff rather than FIFA to turn around and drop and make something new.
Yeah.
And again, the following story we got here on the show notes is basically just FIFA basically have said, hey, on me on everything. FIFA gonna be the best. Whatever FIFA got their name on is gonna be the top dogs, bruh. We don't care what EA Sports FC saying. Essentially, that's what they said. That's what the president Infantino said, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna be looking for a third party developer to make the next FIFA game in the future. We're gonna see what's going on. But here's my thing. There's only one company at this point, maybe two, that can make a solid football game. It's y'all and it's Konami if they get their stuff together. But eFootball is being real trash right now. But that's the only two companies right now that can make a decent football game that we've seen on a major scale. Unless y'all pull somebody out of the ground and make something crazy, I don't see it. 2K could possibly be another one, but 2K is 2K, bro. And I don't know if 2K is gonna be able to handle all that.
I think 2K cares. I think 2K cares too much about an American market, to be honest with you, to really see the value of football.
For the money opportunity, they possibly would want to take it on, but I don't know how that would look. That would look different, bro. I'm just saying, for the systems, for the gameplay, for the president and the leagues, the amount of IP coverage that EA has already, it's going to be such an uphill battle for FIFA to climb. Now, given, of course, the name brand, of course, everybody's going to call FIFA. Your mama named you FIFA, I'm going to call you FIFA, blah, blah, blah. Like, that thing's going to still persist. And that might play a little bit into the kind of the market spread and how it comes out if they release a game and both of them are out at the same time. But the fact still remains. The best gameplay that's come from that series has EA's name on it just as much. So that's what's going to prevail at the end of the day. Now, FIFA can look out for new developers. They can make stuff happen as much as they want. Like, whatever. Do whatever you want to do. But I still think that EA come out the other side of this as the winners because they're saving so much money and they're getting this creative, thing off their back. You know what I'm saying? This creative, just trouble, this pain that's thrown out of their side. And now they can move forward and do some things that are expansive for, the leagues, what they might be trying to do. And I hope, I'm going to do a video on this as well. I hope this comes from some brand new features and overhauls to a lot of their systems that they possibly could not have, gotten cleared earlier. this, you know what I'm saying? Looking at you career mode, looking at you some tweaks to Ultimate Team, looking at you pro clubs. I'm looking at you pro clubs, bro. Like 1,000 times over. I got a bone to pick with pro clubs, but that's a whole different topic for a whole nother day. But with EA and with FIFA, I say it's a good thing that, you know, FIFA's gone because, I mean, listen, FIFA corrupt. That is what it is. That is something. EA is also corrupt, but in different ways. But if this can open a lane for us to be more, you know, us to have our experiences packed with content, I think this is the best deal for everybody. I think this is the best thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. FIFA can run on the gaming aspect, but also there needs to be competition. So that we can address that later down the line. But for the sense of the game that I play often, which I literally play for like 4 hours a day during work, nobody say anything to my people at my job to get a card. You know what I'm saying? I would like more creative freedom, and I think this might be the lane for them to do that. Time will tell, but so far, so good.
Yeah, I think FIFA's gonna get picked up by Bandai Namco, and we're gonna have FIFA Captain Tsubasa. Is what's gonna.
Yo, bro, Captain Tsubasa kits in a FIFA game will be fire though. Like that would be cool collaboration, honestly. And yo, think about that though. And like EA could go the same way and be like, yo, we can have collaborations from different game series in the game. You know what I'm saying? We can have like whole like you know what I'm saying, like a Naruto type vibe or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it goes wide open like that on both ends.
Yeah, it
could be really possible. I'm saying, bro.
I guess time will tell, to be honest.
Yeah, time will tell, bro. In any event, bro, y'all better fix up, man, because Mario Striker's coming in and they on your ass anyways.
Yo, Mario Strikers is coming.
Both of y'all might be fighting for second and third place. Y'all might be fighting for second and third, man. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, let's switch gears a little bit, man. Let's get the conspiracy hat on, bro, because this was an interesting find that I saw on the timeline. What, yesterday or day before, something like that. But we actually got some leaked information dropping this week that quickly got swiped up by the feds through copyright strikes. But we got a little bit of tidbits suggesting that there were versions of a Silent Hill game that are still being developed in some form or fashion. So I mean, there were some pictures that came up and some descriptions about gameplay. Was talking about, you know, sending text messages and going through a certain environment that looked PT-ish, that looked Silent Hill-ish. I don't know how to feel about this, but you know, maybe if there's smoke, there's fire with them taking this down so quickly, and there being reports of something like this still being alive. How do you feel about this, Wen?
If Kojima don't have any part in it, I don't want no parts in it. It's a horror game, so I definitely don't want any parts in it. If it's a Kojima horror game, that's different. You might be able to finagle me into that. But I just like it's a Konami property. I don't think Konami makes games anymore. Like unless I'm wrong, which I don't think I am. I think they just make like remasters and shit. I don't think they're really dropping new shit. So I hope not. This isn't another Silent Hill game, because if they're not taking it serious, then we're gonna get a shitty game, and it's gonna fuck up. It's gonna look bad on the franchise. Yeah, it's developed by Konami and published by Konami. What was the last Konami game?
Now I will provide the correction here. Apparently, according to the rumors, it's not necessarily Konami, but Sony has been heavily had their fingers in this type of stuff. So it could be a closer line to Kojima than we think. I don't know if Kojima's still on this. It could be a doubt. I doubt it as well. But Sony themselves could still have a strong tie on this.
I don't know, man. I think we'll know if this is real. We'll know by the end of the year. If I don't hear anything by December, after Game Awards, if I don't hear shit about no Silent Hills, this is a bunch of bullshit. But I just the way he's talked about his previous IPs that were owned by Konami, he doesn't really seem eager to jump back into those, because they do hold a special. He's like from my understanding, and these are from really old interviews that I back in when Death Stranding was still coming out, and I was super trying to get in there. It was more of a sense of I love these franchises. They will always hold a special place in my heart, but I'm trying to move forward. So the way I could see it is if Guillermo del Toro was on board, because I know that they like working together, and I know that they were gonna work together on a new Silent Hill game. So if they got the band back together, maybe, but I don't know, bro. If this gets announced, it would be crazy. I might have to play it. I don't want to at all, but I might have to off the brain, you know? I might have to get in there.
Hey, listen, I'm just if this you already know how I am with horror games, bro. But this is the one where the entire community was like, "Yo, we want parts." This is one that was gonna change the landscape in terms of how it is. And one of the running threads through this report, allegedly, is that the game was gonna go take it a step further and say, "Hey, listen, it was gonna try and send you text messages and emails from the characters that were in the game. Like you'd have to use like your actual phone. Like they'd send you text messages while you were playing, or even when you weren't playing, to kind of like either entice you to play or kind of further the story along, which is insane to think about. That is actually insane to think about. Listen. Apparently, the thread of text messages being a consistent factor throughout the entire process, it seemed to hold through like several different tweets and across several different time spans. So it was like, a couple people was tweeting on it from like maybe like a while ago, a long time ago, and it seems like that's a consistent portion of it. If we get any inkling of something like that, that might have to be something we tap into, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
As a gamer, I feel like I would do myself a disservice to at least not try it once. You know what I'm saying? I'll quit it. I'll quit it in 5 minutes if you keep texting me too much, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ask me what I'm doing, and if I got games on my phone or something like that, I'll stop. But if something like this even surfaces, bro, there's got to be, we got to do it. But it comes down to this: is there a possibility? I don't know, but if there's too many of these corroborating stories of text messages and Sony's being involved in the media, this media thing, this copyright strike, they took it down with the quickness. If is there smoke? Possibly. And if there's smoke, there's a fire. So we might be hearing from a Silent Hills title more quickly than we might have anticipated or even thought was possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. On everything, bro. But yeah, let's slide into another topic real quick, man. So I want to sit down with this. Oh my goodness.
This is why I went to the bathroom, because I needed time for this fucking this shit.
Nah, we gonna talk about it, bro. We gonna talk about it, dog. So we got a big update from the team behind Gotham Knights with a whole 13-minute demo that they dropped this week. We got a couple extra tidbits of information as well. We got word that it will only drop on current gen consoles, the Xbox Series X and S, and the PC in October. And it had confirmation that will only drop as a 2-player co-op online instead of 4-player. We got a considerable chunk of info, man. But I'll let you go first, man. How we feeling? I'll let you go first.
The only cool thing that I saw, I don't want to say that because that's kind of mean. And I don't think I think I'm being a little too harsh. But the thing that I was like, yo, this shit is cool, was the fact that Jason Todd had a Cuban link on. That was like the only thing. Like he had the chain, the fat ass chain. I was like, that shit is nuts. I was like, oh my god, nobody.
Yo, you're not wrong.
Nobody pointed that out. I was like, this shit is kind of crazy.
He's not wrong.
Like I was like, yo, his dad is a billionaire, or his dad was a billionaire. And he spent the money. Like he's like, everybody else is wearing fucking H&M fucking fits. My man is like, I'm flexing on you. And he's the biggest one
he's
too.
Not wrong.
Like you can't steal Jason Todd's chain. He's the biggest motherfucker out of the 4.
Facts.
Outside of that, man, I would love to get a conversation with these devs and ask them some hard hitting questions like, hey, why the fuck is Jason Todd flying? That's like question number 1. Why is this motherfucker?
Hey, soul energy. All right, he got resurrected by some assassins, and his soul energy is guiding him through those leaps. Okay, that's what we got.
So then my question is, does Ra's al Ghul have this soul energy? Because if we're going off the comics, Ross has been dipped more than a nugget. Like my man has been in there, like my man has been double dipped, triple dipped. He should be a fucking sorcerer supreme at this point. If this is how we're going about it, like you're not gonna sit here and tell me, Jason Todd, I have the power to jump with mystic abilities, and it's like he fights a guy. And he's like, oh man, what's he gonna do? I'm gonna pull out my guns. What? You just jumped through the fucking air. Why would you pull out 2 pistols? You just jumped through the fucking air. You can't manifest this power anywhere but your feet? Explain it to me, please. It's just shit like that I really feel like y'all are doing too much. Why didn't you just like give him, like somebody tweeted, why don't you guys just give him rocket boots? It would give him the same fucking abilities to jump that way. Like it would still look the same. It would be identical. It just wouldn't be fucking stupid. And that's a great question. And the fucking
That's a
like
fantastic question.
like it's just shit like that. And like I'm not gonna talk about the gameplay because I think the gameplay looked a little clunky, but let's be honest, we still got 6 months. They could clean it up. I don't know what the combat is gonna be like because I didn't see any inputs. I hope that combat for everybody looks different because fucking Dick Grayson was hitting 17 flips every single fight. I don't know why. Like there were times where he was just flipping for no reason, and I was just like, okay, you guys are just showing off he's acrobatic. Maybe this plays into the way he fights. Hopefully, maybe Jason Todd is more of like a ranged tank, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I want each character to be different, but making this motherfucker Doctor Strange, I feel like might have been a little too different, you know?
I feel that. All right. I understand you don't want to talk about the gameplay and stuff, but I will in a second.
No, we can. Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, no. I will in a second. I will say this, but yeah, I in terms of the story and some of the looks of the game, like it looks actually pretty good. It looks pretty good. I do. Not gonna knock any of the aesthetics of the game. Actually looks pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm liking some of the character models. The talons look actually like brolic. Like it looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Again, some of the settings when you get to some of the layers of the quarter owls looks really cool. I still protest some of these methods, like again the non-lethal pistols and the so to speak, the soul stepping. This man's walking on air like he you know what I'm saying, like he Billie Jean, he lighting up the sky and shit like that. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to me. Rocket boots could have been the perfect explanation. Thank you to when you said that, bro. I'm like, why is he literally like, bro, Billie Jean is not his lover, bro. We get that. Like he don't need to do all that stuff in the game. That's number one for me. But let's get into it, bro. This gameplay scares me just a little bit. A little bit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why we decided to I understand there is the score system, there's the gear system, there's all the stuff you have to make sure it's quality, all right? But why you could have just made slight tweaks to some of the gameplay that the Arkham series established, and it would have been crazy. And I feel like that's what a lot of people were going into this game with the expectation of, that we'd have the Arkham combo system, or at least some variations of that or derivative of that in Gotham Knights, with the custom styles of Dick Grayson, with Grayson, and then we'll have Batgirl and stuff like that. Like they had their own separate styles, they had their own things, but that Arkham combo system, the fast flowing, that flow motion type of thing, with a couple tweaks here, the elemental attacks and all stuff like that, that would be present. But it feels, it just looks clunkier to me. It looks like mechanic. It looks stiff. Like plank from Ed, Edd n Eddy, bro. It looks stiff, bro, as a board.
Yeah.
Like I feel a little bit unnerved by that, bro. I can't even front, because I'm like, I am used to that smooth flowing Batman type of gameplay that we're so accustomed to. Maybe it might be for the better, but I don't think it is necessarily.
Yeah.
Slowing it down like that, unless there's an absolute abundance of enemies, which it doesn't look like in that frame in some of the shots that we got. Unless we have like 20 enemies on the street that we have to fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why we changed the system to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm having a tough time seeing the real the step up in a Batman series like this. You know what I'm saying? Across this WB sphere, with the gameplay that shifts to something that's a little bit slower, that's a little bit more mechanical, it's a little bit more, it just feels a smidge slower. It just feels a smidge off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like how it looked. I personally just don't like how the gameplay looked. Maybe it'll change, maybe it'll get faster, but from what I saw, it just didn't look as quality as I thought it was gonna be, in all honesty, man. Nothing to discredit everybody for him, but again, the styles are pretty different. Of course, looking at Jason Todd, like he has the going off with the gunshots, the flashy little gunshots, what I'm saying, behind the backs and all stuff like that. It looks pretty cool, and he brawls at the same time. But it just like, look at the movement. It just doesn't feel smooth. Like he slides one thing, combat roll, the other direction. Like there's no fluidity. You know what I'm saying? There's no fluidity in that movement, going from character to character or traversing around certain areas. And I feel like that's the problem that's gonna make people, get a little bit turned off to this game. They had the expectation of it being smooth. You can jump from enemy to enemy, and having that. And I feel like this might have been that trade-off for having the gear system and saying, okay, there's some of this stuff here, and we got to kind of like, make some concessions, so it can't all be Arkham styled and whatnot, because there's certain things you have to account for with AoEs and different attacks and whatever you want, spells. It seems like this man does have spells though. I'm not gonna lie, this man Red Hood might have some spells on him. He might be a sorcerer at this point, but and my point here is just the gameplay feels and it looks a lot stiffer than I expected, and I do not think that's a good thing.
Yeah. And I agree with you. And the reason I don't want to harp too much on the gameplay was mostly just because in my mind I'm like, we're still 6 months out. They could fix this shit. But you're absolutely right. It's 6 months out. The game kind of looks basically done. Or at least like this is what we got the skeleton. This is what the skeleton looks like. They're not gonna delay it again because it already got delayed. So
this is it.
We're kind of in the end game here, and you're right. Like the combat does look stiff. You don't see the Batman Arkham feel at all, which is like when they announced that there was going to be levels and gear, I knew we weren't going to get Batman. I knew this was going to be a different game, but I was like, they should know their audience.
Yeah. So
we got that, and then now we have what they're showing us now, which is like, it just doesn't look as fun. It just doesn't. Like the even like traversal, like the back glider, like it's just, give me the grappling hook.
I mean,
and
it's
I guess
cool.
Like it's fine. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah, it's fine, and I understand that's gonna have to be the need because it's a big world or a bigger world, and you're gonna have to get through from place to place, and with the co-op aspect, you want to get to places quickly. I understand that, but it's just like, okay, but I don't feel as enthused as I did beforehand. I'm gonna be honest. I don't feel as enthused looking at this stuff, man. Like, yo, bruh, I don't want it to be any Marvel Avengers situation, bro. I do not want it to be that on everything. I dread that so much, bro. Gear score, the leveling system being in certain areas, that just feels like it's bad. It's a bad omen. It's been historically over the past few years with comic book adaptations or something like that, whatever you want to call it, into some gear score type of game, hasn't been the best. Yeah. So I hope that the gameplay gets a lot smoother, but for me, it's looking iffy though. It's looking a little
And I was excited because I do like the storyline that they were going with, and they could really do something really cool. But even with that, on top of like the Barbara Gordon thing that they posted about Batgirl,
I was just about to say that, bro. So she just recovered. So from a wheelchair, from paraplegics, from being a paraplegic, she was like, you know what? I should do better with my life, and just nursed herself back to walking status.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, I just feel like it just doesn't make sense that she's like, okay, I'm cool with never walking again. Dad dies. All right, cool. I got to start walking again.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? How did that happen, bro?
I just feel like they don't know. They don't know enough about Batman to be making this Batman game, I feel. Like, call me crazy. I'm just a big Batman fan. So when I see shit like this, I'm just like, I need to see what they do with I need to see what they do with Tim Drake, and I'm probably gonna be upset. And like, I wanted to do a video on this, but I was like, I'm gonna give it one more because I know they dropped Nightwing and Red Hood. I'm gonna wait till they drop Tim Drake and Barbara. Later. When they drop that, I'm gonna give you guys my full fucking take on this. But I really was going up to bat for you guys because I was gonna buy both this and Suicide Squad. Even if this one wasn't as good as Suicide Squad, I was still gonna buy it because I was like, no, this could be cool.
Facts.
I might still end up buying this, but I've kind of accepted that I might be buying a bad game is what it's looking like. Like, I'm not gonna pre-order this shit, but depending on what we see, I might have to cop it just to talk about it because
yeah, nah, for sure. I definitely want to. I'm not going to put my final thoughts out until I actually play this game because I still have this level of excitement. Well, I still have a level of excitement where I wanted to play this game. I still have hope for it, but this is I wouldn't say it's the biggest knock in the world, but it is a significant reevaluation of where it stands in my pecking order for games I want to play for this year. Definitely does, because I'm just like, I was expecting a lot of smoothness, a lot of fluidity, with that stuff, but I feel like the inclusion of the gear system might be that shot in the kneecap that brings it back in terms of gameplay quality. But I don't want to be the judge of that. I want to say it's final because it's just a preliminary I guess, feeling in my gut. I could be wrong, but we're just gonna have to see it when it actually comes out in full. But slightly worrying.
Yeah. Like,
Bro.
I
But
like the only thing I can really like. That's the thing is like the only thing I can think of is just like even when I saw the first trailer, I was like, this combat doesn't look that great, but maybe the story will be good enough. Maybe like as a Batman fan, I'll be able to push through. But
facts.
as a Batman fan, it looks like they don't give a fuck. That's what it feels like.
Dog. Ah, my goodness. Yo, I might have to go consult my boy Ryan, bro. Shout out to Ryan. He's a super Batman fan, and I want to know what he thinks about some of this stuff, because I bet part of him gonna be like, yo, what they doing?
And my
going on?
My boy Justin, same thing. I remember I was talking to him yesterday, and he was telling me like Jason Todd does get access to some mystical power later in the comics. Red Hood does get access to like this sword that he can conjure up. Because of the Lazarus pit. But I was like, so can he jump in thin air? He's like, I don't know where the fuck they got that shit from. And I was like, I don't know either. I feel like we would have known, you know? I feel like somebody would have said something.
Bro, like, come on, man. Like, what is that?
Bro.
What, bro? Billie Jean FC. What's wrong?
They took fucking the Fortnite fucking
the glider, bro.
They took the glider effect and they put it over Drake, over Dick Grayson flying in. They put that sound effect over it, and I was fucking dead, son. I was like, this game.
Dog. Oh my gosh, man. It's pain, bro. Where are we dropping, Jason?
Yeah, where are we dropping, Jason? Oh,
I'm done.
God,
I'm done with this.
I'm happy Batman's dead. He doesn't need to see this.
Yo, please. You played too much of a smooth combat arc to ever see this. This can't see the light of day, man. Oh. I'm about to say, Arcane, we need you. Okay. Anyways, on to the last story of the day, man. This actually dropped yesterday, and the tweets kind of flooded through today about this type of stuff, bro. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, we got to do it.
Yeah.
We got to do it.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So hot off the presses, Activision dropped an article about a new tool yesterday entitled the King's Diversity Space Tool. Now, this software seems to be a set of algorithms and parameters that can be adjusted to analyze a character and a cast of characters to see how diverse they are in relation to a set of normal parameters that are set, allowing devs to tweak their designs to show model representatives of their player base. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but basically it's just like, hey, do we got enough black folks in here? Like, yo, it's like a cultural diversity simulator, bro, in terms of characters. And I'm not sure if you go into the specifics, but if you look at a certain tweet, you can see like, oh, they have like parameters like culture, race, age, cognitive ability, physical ability, body type, slim and curvy, which is wild. Facial feature / beauty, which is some objective measurement, I guess. Gender identity, sexual orientation, and socioeconomic background. All, and that somehow creates a character, or that's a rating for a character. That's somehow a rating for a character.
Bro.
That's wild.
That's
Please, go ahead, Wayne. Go ahead.
It's crazy the lengths these devs will go to just not listen to people of color. Like just
to not talk to black people, bro.
This is crazy. People will find
just in general, people of color, marginalized groups. But sorry, I'm saying that for black man.
Go for it. You're right. No, you're absolutely right.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to exclude anybody, but you know what I'm saying. Especially everybody who's not. Everybody. You know what I'm saying. Cisgender white people. Everybody who's not them, they don't want to listen to y'all. They're
like, why would I consult? Because the thing is, there's a lot of like consultants that you can just hire and be like, hey, is our cast diverse? Like, is there something we can fix? XYZ. Like, you can hire these people, and they're like, instead of just talking to black people, to people of color, to people in these various communities, I'm gonna let AI be the person to fucking fix my racism, to my lack of inclusion. Why, man? Yeah, like I can't even like money was put into this. Like money was made.
Dog.
Who said yes to? Who said yes? White people. That's who said yes to this. Obviously.
100%. And the fact that you have to put your characters in and see what their rating is, bro. I wonder. They had, on the picture they said they had Anna and stuff like that. Oh, let's throw Winston in there. Let's see what parameters come out from Winston, huh? What parameters are there, dog? Let's answer me that. Answer me that question.
And that's a solid fucking question, because at the end of the day, when you put Winston in there, what will it say? The fucking thing it should say is, "Hey, it's a monkey." Like that's all it should say. But I don't think that it's going to say that,
bro. And it's like, how do you even find these metrics? Where do you come up with these metrics? And then the operative question here, which I already know the answer to, what's in the middle? What's that in the middle? If everything else is a deviation off of one side between 1 and 1, what's that middle? What's that norm that you're basing your assumptions off of?
Yes.
You know, what's that?
Yeah.
What do you consider that? We know the answer, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are you guys so afraid to talk to people who aren't white? Why are y'all so afraid to talk to your people? You know what I'm saying? Talk to people who are literally non-white to get this information about what should be included, what certain characters should look like, this, that, and the third. Y'all scared of everything but conversation and equality on everything, bro. It don't make no sense. It does not make any sense. You will literally make a deeply algorithmic system to rate and base characters off of body type, build, socioeconomic background, you know what I'm saying, 401k status, you know what I'm saying, the last Facebook relationship change status that was perceived, you know what I'm saying, all these different stupid parameters, but you don't want to actually talk to people about what makes a character diverse and what makes them of a certain culture. That's crazy. That's crazy. I have never, and they were thinking this is a crazy idea. This is like a super smart idea for them. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. How do you? They're breaking it down to even personality types. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how can you guess this from all of this algorithmic mathematic work? Do you know how stupid that sounds? Go ahead, bro.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Like it's just stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't you just hire more people, a more diverse like group of people to do the job? Like that's the best way. That's literally the best way of fixing it. It's just like, yo, why don't you just hire Black people, Spanish people, people with disabilities? Like, why don't you just hire these people and bring them in so that you have and listen to them? That's the biggest thing. Just listen to other fucking people. And this is like the issue we have with the fucking with the we just talked about it, Star Wars. This is the issue we have with the whole
denied the whole Jedi Fallen Order Black protagonist.
Yeah, like this is the issue you had with the Black protagonist thing with Jedi Fallen Order, is that like, just listen to people. Like, this wouldn't be a bad story if you would have listened to them and gave them a real reason, but you guys don't have real reasons. Instead, you have AI that's gonna scan somebody and tell you how much culture they have. What the y'all don't even know what culture is. I don't understand how y'all measure this. Like, how do you guys measure culture? Like,
bro, this quote is killing me, bro. I just want to let you you can continue after, but hold on. They said this quote right here, and verbatim, and I quote from the page: in this effort, the diversity space tool can clearly delineate between token characters and true representation. How the fuck can you tell that from an algorithm?
Yeah.
How the fuck can you tell that from an algorithm, bro?
Please tell
from mathematics. So you're telling me math can tell you that's that. But if we say something, what happens in the case of, oh, the math is right on the tool, but then we say, hey, well, listen, that's actually a pretty weird trait, bro. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? That's not us.
That's a great point.
What you gonna do?
That's a great point.
What you gonna do? Like, you're gonna say, oh, the algorithm was right. We based it off of how many DE&I experts, so many diversity and inclusion experts that work with us on this tool. The tool has to be right. No, you're operating off of such a limited set of data just from those experts, but not from the massive amounts of different people, the intersectionality between all those people in and of itself that is so vast and deep that you don't know how far that rabbit hole goes on what's true representation and what's tokenism. You don't know exactly unless you talk to certain people of that type. So what's going on?
Yeah.
So y'all looking for such an easy way out instead of actually doing the seemingly impossible task of talking to people of a certain type that is not of your own background or race or gender. Or like it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Talk. Open your mouth and talk to these people to see what's going on. If you're coming with an actual genuine intention to make a character that's representative of them, talk to them. Not don't make an algorithm that guesses exactly what they can, they accept as true representation. No, none of that.
This is just sad. Really, like it's just the fact that it's Blizzard is what's really fucking funny, because it's like, if you guys didn't have enough bad press as it was, it's like you guys are trying to make the company fail. It's like I think at this point you guys are self-sabotaging to, I don't know, get out of making Overwatch 2 or something. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Y'all didn't have to do this. You didn't have to do this, but you did, and you're still doing it.
Facts. Option A was literally one step, but then they chose option B, which was 1,745 steps. And like, yeah, we think that's right, but it's still probably going to be wrong in some instances. Like, there's a good chance it's going to be wrong. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, no, I do. I know exactly. Hire more Black people. Hire more people of color. Hire more people of a different background than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to represent those people, hire them. Talk to them. See what their norms, see what their customs, see what their behaviors are. And then you act accordingly with those lines of thought, with the thoughts that you've added to that knowledge base, instead of creating some algorithm based off a design that you just thought of off the top of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Seems crazy. Seems off the wall. But I don't think, what I'm saying, having a whole line that says, hey, yo, listen, slim and curvy is a body type, that represents it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should cover it. A couple of options over here and there. You know what I'm saying? That should pretty much, that should cover it, right? We're good? We're good?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't understand.
Bro, hey, yo, listen. Yeah, that's my final word on that, bro. Hire more Black people to tell y'all when some shit is stupid.
Like,
we need enough people in there to make sure we can turn the tide. Like, oh, listen, that's stupid as hell.
You could have just paid somebody this, like, the amount of money that went into this. You could have just paid a consultant. You could have, like, there's so many people that you could reach out to or hire or just like talk to. But the issue is that I don't think you guys really want to fix the problem. You guys don't want to fix the problem by paying Black people or people of color. You don't want to fix the problem that way. You want to fix the problem so that you and all of your white coworkers can still have the positions and the jobs that you have, while also getting the money from these Black and people of color. Like, that's what it is. You guys don't want to change anything. You just want to make more money by doing less.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Crazy. That's wild, bro. Let me find that oh my goodness. Y'all need an algorithm to get some bitches, bro. I'll tell you that. Anyways. That's enough of that, bro. That's all the notes I had on this podcast for today. Yeah. I'll go with my closing note first, bro. Hire more Black people.
Yeah.
I don't care what this necessarily applies to. Hire more Black people. It'll save your ass from some stupid decisions like this today. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about making a stupid decision, talk to a Black person. They probably will help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, jeez. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's all we had on the show notes for today.
Yeah.
I should have said this earlier, man. I didn't want to leave off such a damn weird note. Oh my gosh. I had another story in there somewhere, but I deleted it. I can't remember where it was, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it really is what it is, man. Shout out to Ted Lasso, bro. Shout out to Ted Lasso. I'm about to watch all season 2 like the next couple of days, and we just feeling real good. But yeah, closing notes when, bro. Anything else that we might have missed? Any lasting messages that you want to leave for the people?
I feel like there was something, but I genuinely cannot remember for today. So it'll probably be in next week's notes.
I bet. No worries. Oh my gosh. Did you see? Oh, That's what I wanted to laugh at, bro. Did you see this picture, this video, this chick? She was streaming and she was cooking, and she was
Oh,
just
she almost burned the
smiling.
house down. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That was nuts. That was nuts.
And she was so happy at first. She was like, "Yeah, don't worry, guys, we're all good." How you put it out? How you
Like,
put it? Yo, son.
oh my
Please,
God.
please, guys. You gotta learn the basics first. Listen, I'm not gonna go out my wheelhouse, bro. I'm not gonna be that nervous on Twitch and then burn my house down in the act of this, bro. She thought she was safe, bro. Oh my. Oh, I'm watching it back right now, and it lit up like a Sims fire, bro. This is dead ass a scene from The Sims.
She should have did something else. She should have just made some hot dogs or something.
Bro, get in a hot tub or something, bro. Less prone to damage or something, dog. Listen. I'm doing a hot tub
do it
stream.
outside.
Listen,
Just like that would have been better.
a grill or a second person to actually watch the food while you're watching the chat or something like that, man. If you're not a trained professional like Drunken Buddha or something like that, don't do this. Don't do this, please, guys.
Crazy.
Listen. Oh, and she put it in water. Oh my goodness. She dipped the entire pan in water. Oh. Yeah. With that being said, make sure you don't put grease in water if it's a grease fire. You know what I'm saying? That's my note for the day. Knowing you have to battle, you know what I'm saying? The more you know. G.I. Joe. But in all seriousness, though, make sure y'all check out the podcast on all social platforms. You know what I'm saying? What's it called? No Cooldown Pod on Twitter. At Wotaku channel. That's WOTAKU channel on YouTube. Went easy on all social platforms. That man Tripp on all social platforms and YouTube as well. Rate us 5 stars, man. Rate us 5 stars. We're really trying to get up there. We just passed 100 plays in the past week or so. We're getting up there, man. I'm telling you, like, you don't want to miss us, especially during the summer. We got some special things coming away during the summer. You don't want to be left behind. So make sure y'all tap in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to go tell your mom to go tell a friend to go tell a daughter to go tell a friend to go tell somebody else, go tell your auntie, go tell a friend, and then tell more people that no Cooldown is coming and we just warming up. With that being said, I've been that man Tripp. This has been that. You know what I'm saying? This has been One Easy. We are out of here. Bloop. Okay, we're good. Is it? All right, good stuff today, bro. Good stuff, dog. Good stuff. Who the hell at me on Twitter? Yo, this white girl. Oh my gosh, I feel bad for her. She immediately went to the water to go pour it in. I'm like, no. Yeah. That's pain. That's pain, blood. That's pain.
Yes, sir. That's what happens.
Let me see. Wait, was this her birthday stream too? That's ass.
It's rough. It's hard to watch.
That's ass. That's her. I'm trying to look at everything like you know what I'm saying, on the sides and stuff like that. Like, that's tough. She got 122 subs though.
No, yeah, shout out to her. She can pay for that fire.
Yeah, she'd be all right. She'd be 11 hours on the stream. You know what I'm saying? She'll be okay. Right. Damn, that's tough. She got her shit looking like, oh my gosh, Smoke from Mortal Kombat came through. Did some moves and shit on her apartment. That's tough. Big dog. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Harrell and the Big Trippers were in the building. Yeah, you rating somebody?
Yeah, I'm about to throw it to EMP. Okay,
bet. Say it less. Yeah, I'll get this up tonight and all that stuff. We'll be straight. I just see Nick's comment, bro. I'm not dropping no on OnlyFans yet. Not yet. I need to get more in man whore form, and then it's a wrap. Yeah, bro. I'm about to say, tell you when that OnlyFans take off, I'm about to be top 1% of Twitch on everything.
Make that money, bro.
Fact. That's a fact. I tell you that. And you know what? DreamCon's on me next year, boys.
All right, you guys. It's been real. I don't know when are you going live this weekend by any chance?
Yes, I will be live tomorrow, and I might be live Sunday. I don't know what I'm playing since Mass Effect is over. It feels like this big void in my heart, but I might put it to a vote. We got some stuff to do, but yeah, that and a certain survey is coming, so y'all might want to be on the lookout for a certain.
Yeah, I won't be. I don't know if I'll be streaming next week because I'm gonna be doing a bunch of like behind the scenes shit. But I definitely got a video dropping next week, maybe two. We'll see. I'm leaning. I'm gonna want to do more videos than streams. But we for sure might stream on Thursday for a fighting game. But I gotta raid out, so I'll catch y'all. All right, cool.
All right, we good. Jay ain't shit for that.
Wait, did I raid out? Did this not go through? No, it should have.
Jay, you ain't shit for that. If it did not go through, I just want to double down.
Let me see.
For both of those comments.
Oh, it did.